Hey, what is good, everybody? We are back with another late night live on another Thursday. I almost didn't make it, but your boy made it. And of course, I got the infamous Ghost with me. What's good, my guy?
Hey, fighting traffic like bad guys.
I hear that. I hear that, man. It's been a long week since our last stream. A lot has happened. Today, we're gonna follow this NBA draft, which we pretty much know who's going number one. But there's a lot of things we could get into while we watch along with this draft and talk about a lot of things. But before it starts, some big NBA news, right? CP3 to the Warriors.
Oh yeah. You
How
know,
you feel about that?
for once my terrible Wizards robbed another team instead of getting robbed. Shout out to Rogue Pod. You know, Hendo coming through, sharing the love in the players and picks.
Hey, hey, that might hurt his soul right there. Don't do that. I know I would cry if I was the one that got stuck with CP3. I'd cry. I'm gonna let it, But then again, I'm an Orlando Magic fan, so I don't cry over much. My team's been
Well,
losers for how long now? So it's something you get used to.
well, if they trade CP3 for Austin Reeves for the Lakers, then Hendo will cry.
Hey Yolanda, what's up? You ready for this draft? Uh, my boy. So listen, what are the chances you think CP3 actually stays with the Warriors, or does this end up a buyout?
Well, they actually came out and said they
Hey
plan on
babe,
keeping.
go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, the boss lady, you better say hire something. Look,
Yeah,
I ain't
yes,
even.
right, right. Got to. Let this pop in. I gotta show my respect. You know what I mean?
So I mean, they said that they got him to pair him with Steph. So it's a 40% chance that they were serious and actually keep him.
I mean, what do you do though? I mean, that means you're what bringing CP3 off the bench. The Steph runs your point. You still got Clay at the two. So do you bring CP3 off the bench, or do you slide everybody over? It's
Slide
already a
everybody.
small line. It's
You
already a
got,
small lineup though.
I mean, you got CP3 running around and just dishing to people. If you can bring Steph off of more of a spot up screens, you make him way more dangerous than if he got a dribble, run around this person, do that. I mean, he's way more dangerous off of a spot up, just coming from out of nowhere around 4 picks and he throws up a shot and just walks down to the other side because you already know what's going in.
Yeah, but that doesn't that kind of eliminate his ability to get to the rim as well though. I mean, that floater he's got is crazy.
Have you seen how many people CP3 has led to the rim? He can
That's
do it to
true.
a point guard just as well as he can go do for a small forward. Like, I mean, if you're going towards the rim, CP3 can get it to you.
This is true. Yolanda, we are the team to beat, and we're about to draft. I'm thinking we go guard. I think it's our the only real choice we got. And at this point, I'm thinking Anthony. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go Anthony Black. I like him because he's 6'7", very strong finisher at the rim, has a decent jump shot, can hit the three ball.
He's
You
not
know,
T Mac.
defends. No, he's not T Mac in any way, but he's he's a good point guard to start building off of. You know, well at least let me put it like this: I think he's better than anything we got already. Shug, what's up? Shug, I should drop you the link for you to get in here. I tried sending it. I couldn't get it out to everybody the way I wanted it to.
I don't know. That sounds like an excuse.
No, I was trying to send it to mad people like in the individual DM, instead of putting it in the chat. This way, anybody, not just anybody, can click on it. But I couldn't get through fast enough. Our timer was winding down and all that stuff we was trying to do.
You
All
know,
right,
he want to be the biggest star on the screen. It's cool.
who want to be the biggest star on the screen?
You,
Not me, sir. Not no, not I.
Mister
That's exactly
72.
why. See, you see that? I sent it to as quick as I could. I sent it to you, Jay, Hendo, Rodney, and then I tried to find Shug. I finally found him, and then I had to click on here. That's when we started getting the lighting together and all that stuff. And I started running around. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to scramble. You know, got the had to get the little one set up. You know how that is.
I mean, I don't know how it is yet. You know,
Well, yeah, you know partially. How about that? You know partially how it is.
my god kids were all easy to get ready, but my niece, if them socks wasn't on perfectly, you wasn't going nowhere.
Fact, Suge is 100% correct.
Nah, I be on the low, be on my little Kim, just
You the biggest star out there. If there's one name you hear every single stream, no matter whose stream it is, it's Mr. Bazel.
What's up, legend?
What up, legend? How you doing tonight?
Actually, I don't remember you putting up the icon that that somebody made for us. It's cool though.
No, I got. So listen, that was the other thing I was trying to do before the stream. It wouldn't load in right. So I'm like, what the heck? So after the stream, I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it again, just like I did last time. It's
Let me
crazy.
call him and let him know.
I was what I tell you. So at the time, you sent me something. I was like, I'm rushing. I'm trying to get it ready now. I didn't even have my stuff turned on yet. So I turned everything on at that point, and then just it was just go go go, try to get set up in time
Go go
because
gadget.
yes, because I haven't found the time to put out my videos like I normally do,
I mean, as
and it
long
was
as he
like
wasn't.
can't I can't leave the people without something. You know what I mean? I got to give something. So I was like, let me get this stream set up. I gotta do it.
You like how I slid that in on you? You ain't even notice. I said,
So
go
I
go
did.
go.
I didn't notice. Now I tried to send you the link. When I went to send you the link, the other conversation popped up, and I saw that. I was like, oh, all right. He coming for me. All right. So you agrees with me. You're the biggest star out there. Your name is everywhere.
Uh,
You done been every single person we know that stream has had you on their show,
no. Uh,
or is going to have you on the show.
LBHT.
All right,
Uh,
but you'll be up there one day. You'll be up there.
LBHT. Suge. Raven C.
Oh, you were on show for your own reason though, and you were
Eh,
on Raven C channel. I think we both were.
not Raven C.
I thought we both. Oh no! None of us been on Raven C channel yet. That's because he don't let nobody know what he's streaming. He a low key streamer. He like to hide. Like he be hiding it. One day just pop up on your screen. You be like, that was random. He never let anybody know he's streaming. I love watching his stuff too though. Like he be looking like with some of the Ravens news that be coming out. Man, he be looking like he ready to jump through the screen to fight somebody. That's funny.
That's how
But
Texas do it.
speaking of news coming out, hey, what up, B? Speaking of news coming out,
Slime Family Stone. That better be a red. That better be for Reg.
oh man,
Reg, he said you slide the Family Stone.
nah, he talking about you. He talking about you.
Nah,
He
I way
talking
too
about
much
you,
for that.
Mr. Ghost. Facts. Be the goat.
Uh-oh,
Hey,
Rodney, he done brought the smoke too.
hey, 'Porzingis to the Celtics. 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 'Porzingis to the Celtics is huge to me.
I thought they canceled that deal.
I thought it was still going on. Last I looked, they said it was still going, that it was gonna go through. I don't know. I gotta check again then. The last I looked earlier, it was a little earlier. I haven't been, like I said, I've been running like a chicken with my head cut off today. But last I checked, that deal was still going through. And if it is, Celtics done got him one. Like then got over on the league. They need a big. Al
That means
Horford's
they didn't
getting up there.
have Wizards like everybody else did.
Yeah.
Damn, they did
They,
smart dirt.
yeah. Sent them over to the Grizzlies, right? You know what though? I can understand why. Because he I don't even want to say he's a 3 and D guy because half the time his 3 point shot don't be falling. So it's one of those things where he plays phenomenal defense, but if he's not having a good scoring game, he's a liability. Oh, we got the Rogue Pod in the house too, Mr. Hendo. Okay, okay, the Clippers dropped out of that deal. Okay, they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way. Facts, facts, Yolanda. We get our
You know,
guard, we'll be good to go.
you know what?
And I
Speaking
think
of
our
the Rogue
guard's gonna be
Pod,
Anthony Black.
I wonder whose hoodie this is right here.
Ooh, it's clean. It's clean, clean.
That's that Rogue
You,
Pod right
you
there.
want to tell people who hoodie that is?
That's Rogue Pod. It's the only hoodie I will ever wear that has Baltimore on the front.
Oh man, that's tough. I don't even know how I feel about that. I don't even know how. Yeah, yes, Hendo. Yes, we are. And look, how are we gonna sit here? We pushing your merch at the World Pod, by the way. You can find that hoodie. We pushing your merch. You gonna say my team suck? Yeah, we picking top 10. We picking six, in which I think we're gonna get Anthony back. But come on now, y'all gonna be right there with us next time.
I mean, the truth don't never take a break.
Hey, don't come at my boys like that, bro. You a you a Wizards fan? Like you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't,
Look,
sir.
I can tell you the Wizards suck all day long. I'm a fan by proximity, not of winning percentage.
Clock is in the building. What up, Clock? Hey, listen, Orlando better than the Wizards. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. And
Dang.
though, that is not the point, sir. The point is y'all gonna feel what we feel now, right? We used to be at the bottom of the league, so we're gonna climb our way up, and y'all gonna sit at the bottom of the league for a while. Trash, boo boo juice. Steph's gonna be over there struggling by himself. Clay ain't got it no more. Everybody else was pretty boo boo anyway, but
Dirt is better than mud.
yeah, I saw that too. I saw that comment too. I'm still hurt by it. Just saying, I'm hurt. Still hurt. I tell you what though, I'm gonna say it right here, right now, on a live stream.
Oh, Jay done popped up like he wasn't
Bro,
supposed to be here with us.
I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous. I'm saying it on the stream. Orlando will be in the playoffs next year.
That ain't saying much in basketball.
Next year. It is saying much for you, Orlando.
Well, when you in the East and in the NBA, that's saying you're gonna have a 41% win percentage.
Jay, sir, You're supposed to be on this side of the screen.
I
You're
mean, it's all
supposed to
right.
be in here,
He can
Jay.
stream
What up,
afterwards
though?
by himself.
Huh?
He gonna stream afterwards by himself.
Oh, that's what he said? Okay.
Yeah, he
I'll
gonna
take
do
your word for it.
round two, and the end of the draft summary.
Okay, so he's taking round two and on. Okay, I respect that. I like that. Good call. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay. That's huge, man. That's huge. Hey, listen, we're not gonna talk about all those years where the West was weak. Well, you all see us talking about that, right? Where the West had one team coming out. It was Lakers or nobody. I know the East been a little, you know what I'm saying, a little shaky. Don't make them bad though. He's still winning rings here and there. Yeah, the last East ring was what? The Bucks over the Suns.
I mean, the West only got big because everybody who was running from Jordan ran to the West to try and get the championship. So,
Pretty
you
much,
know,
yeah. Pretty much. I agree with that fully. And then it stayed that way again because LeBron got drafted into the East. And everybody was like, "Well, I don't want to face him." So they all went West again. Everybody was
them
running
gold
from
diggers.
LeBron. Hey B, don't ask questions you already know the answer to. All right, everybody, everybody, including hold on, including at the time Tracy McGrady. Tracy, even at that time, Tracy left Orlando. I was like, I'm going to Houston. Everybody ran West. Any free agents? Oh, I'm going West. That's just how it was. From Jordan, yes, and from LeBron, except for whoever LeBron could recruit, and obviously the Celtics big three, which this is going to be controversial, but I don't really count the Celtics big three as a big three. I'm just saying. Just saying. As good as they were, without Rondo, they were out just, you know, all right, man. Ray Allen was getting old. Paul Pierce, I was never a huge fan of Paul Pierce. Can't use that dude, but still, that's if you ask me, their big three was a shooter, a mediocre small forward, and a great power forward. That's why I didn't think the Celtics was. I never thought the Celtics were anything to really be feared when they put that team together.
What about Perk?
Oh gosh. Oh, God. Big hater. I call him Big Hater. I call him Big Hater. Perk. Oh man, listen. Perk had to be Perk had to be probably the most useless player on that team because he was struggling to keep his weight in check and he had all types of issues at the time. What else, fans? Hey, listen, I'm not trying to diminish Ray Allen. I love Ray Allen, right? But I'm saying at that point in his career, that's what to me, that's what he was at that point in his career. I'm not saying he was that his whole career. I'm saying at that point, once those, I'm talking about what those guys were when they put that team together. That's what they were when they put that team together. To me, that's just how I felt. You know, just giving my opinion on it. Yes, Tony Allen was there. That's all he was though, was a defender. I don't know so much about that. I don't. What do you feel about that? Perk getting hurt is the only reason they lost to the Lakers. I don't think that's the case. I think the Lakers were just a better built team.
I mean, it's a contributing factor, but I don't think
Yeah,
it's the only. It's not a major reason. It is part of it, but I don't. I mean, if they had another guy that was about his size and average skill, then they probably would have. They probably would have won because Perk wasn't really. He was just
he
defensive
was just a
rebounding.
body. Yeah, he was just a
Right.
body, a defensive body. I don't know, man. Now, maybe I'm not giving Perk enough credit. I don't feel like I should give him any more credit than what he's got. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, that's
I'm
just
trying to figure out how Ferris always looks so goddamn small.
for me, and I agree with me and Hendo ain't been on seeing eye to eye this stream, but I agree with him on this one. He wasn't that dude that anybody really needed. So doesn't think anybody in this draft takes his breath away. I'm surprised you're not on the Victor Wemby train. He shows extreme potential. There's that dangerous word, right? He but he's been doing it though. Like he led the league in what points, rebounds, and blocks. I mean, that's not you don't just scoff at that. You know what I mean? That's one of those things that when it comes up, you go, okay, that dude might be a problem. That dude might be a problem. Well, hold on. It's not. I don't have my. You can't really say I got my pride for a sucky franchise. The only reason I say that is because I don't I don't watch the NBA and go, I need Orlando to win every game. Like I don't. I watch and I literally just watch. I follow more players than anything. Like I said, when I started liking Orlando, it was because Shaq and Penny. So I would have never been a Magic fan had they never been there, right? So it was my first official time saying, oh, I kind of like the way this team is built. Horace Grant, all those guys. So I liked the team at the time. Um, Once they got T Mac, I was excited, but I never really followed them to a point where it was like I'll watch them over like when T Mac went to Houston. I would watch Houston games over Orlando games because I wanted to watch T Mac. So I've always followed players more than the team. But if I had to pick a favorite team, because I have a history with that team, I always say it's them. But aside from that, that's my only real. It's not really like a love for the franchise. Like I could never leave Orlando. It's kind of a well, I got history with that team, so I'm gonna say they're my favorite. That kind
Uh,
of thing.
where's the loyalty, pride?
I don't listen. Me, I think part of it is the fact that I'm not from there, so it's kind of like I could really pick any team I want, but me having, like I said, history of watching Orlando back in the day, of course I want to see him do good now. You know,
Nah, he would say the ship jumped on him.
hey, nah, I'm in Connecticut. UConn Huskies. Listen,
That
that's
was
home.
that was absolutely terrible, Reg.
It don't matter, sir. It don't matter. That's home. All right, that's home for me. I'm home.
You need to
Always
bring
gonna take UConn
us up south where we got real food.
and the Connecticut Sun.
Son,
The
you
Connecticut Sun.
better be talking about
That's right.
WNBA because it's
WNBA, Connecticut Sun. We in there. We in there.
hey, because it's colder than the goddamn Falcons' balls up there.
Hey, listen. We got a lot of people here, right? It's a small state, but it's holding a lot of people. Whole lot of people, more than it should be. Honestly, I wish some people would move. Let me get some open roads.
It can't be that small of a state. You ain't come show me where the good pizza places was.
I
You was
wouldn't
like, hey, be
say,
careful where you at. That was it.
hey, Suge, I wouldn't say I jumped ship. Um, I'd more so say like I kind of because I don't even watch the NBA like I do the NFL. Um, but I'll definitely say like if I'm watching, like I've been saying, if I'm watching, I'll go, you know what? Yeah, that's my team. I'm not gonna disown them, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like most fans where I'm like, yo, my team, we got a chance every year. I know when we trash. I feel like at this point in time, they're building something to try to make a move and actually be relevant. So we'll see where it goes.
You guys are worse than the Wizards. I think you should give up.
Oh yes, nah. I ain't giving up. I can't give up on Orlando. I have to be there because nobody else will.
But you was gonna give up on the Ravens this year. They ain't
And
signed
Rolando.
Lamar.
That's different. That is different. And the reason that's different is because the Ravens were about to give away their future. Okay, for nothing. For nothing.
Orlando giving away their future, refusing to match the Lakers.
Listen, they couldn't afford it. Nah, no, they're just stupid. Let's be real. They're
All
stupid.
right. So you gave away
But
Big Diesel for
but
nothing. You didn't even get nothing for him. He just walked out the door.
yeah, but that's because he didn't want to be there anymore.
No,
He wanted to leave.
he tried to. He said this on the pivot. He wanted to renegotiate. He wanted to negotiate his new contract with Orlando, and Jerry Buss called him and said, "How much money do you want?" And he gave him a number. And he said, Jerry Buss said, "I can't give you that number, but I can give you this number." And he talked to Orlando, and Orlando was like, "We can't come close to that," so he signed it. He didn't. He said he specific. Penny was his favorite person to play with, and he did not want to leave Penny. But he told Penny how much that the Lakers were offering him, and Penny was like, "You need to go."
Yeah, because they're gonna always take the money over. If you're not willing to pay, like I said, they weren't willing to pay. It is what it is, or they
So
couldn't
that's
pay,
Orlando.
whatever the reason being.
You said Big
The
wanted to
reason,
leave, but he got paid more, so
the reason,
he had to leave.
the reason I'm not watching. First off, I didn't know they were playing right now because I've been focused on the kids and different things like that. But the other being, it's an NBA stream. This is a draft night stream, first round.
Sure, that's a terrible joke.
So I had to
Okay,
be here.
terrible.
This would you say is colder than the bottom of the ocean? Yeah,
Ain't nothing colder than that. And
that's messed up.
I believe they said this morning that they would have ran out of air by now, so it's just recovering.
Today's the last day. Today's their last day of air. They said I believe it was 96 hours worth of oxygen, and that was on Monday, I think. So
They, they also said the search area is the size of the state of Maryland. So
yeah, unfortunately, you know, God rest their soul. But why why you paying to go see the Titanic anyway? Can't you just watch the movie back? Maybe look up some pictures. Just saying, 250K to go down there in a little 10K for what though? For what though?
I feel like those things should always have at least some type of hose or something that they can have, at least release to get to the surface for some type of air or something like that happen. But
Before I get to what Jay said, is official. Victor Wembanyama just got selected number one overall by the Spurs. Is now official. No more We know the Spurs are going to, or you know, they've done it. Now, I think is where the draft is going to get interesting because we don't know at least the next 3 or 4 picks because we don't know for sure that who's going number two. At least in my eyes, we don't. Um, I've heard a couple different options there. We'll see who goes though. That pick should be coming up soon. Um,
Shot.
Jay,
That's a 50 cal shot fired at you, Reg.
Jay, Jay, Jay. We not doing that, bro. Y'all not getting Don Carroll, bro. He's staying whether he likes it or not. And
No, I'm
B,
talking about
they
what
did
Suge
die
said.
on Sunday because they shouldn't have went down there in the first place. You're absolutely right.
Suge fired a tank slug at you.
It's kind of like watching Orlando Magic. You want to see what. Sure, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, sure. We're not doing that.
All the smoke, Suge, landmines and all.
He did, and I ain't got much to say because he pretends to be a Lakers fan. He's really a Celtics fan. Um,
Steelers fan, really a Ravens fan. I mean, it's one of them things.
wait, what? For real?
Oh shit.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. I didn't know that. See, I gotta try to keep up on stuff when I'm going throughout my day, man.
Yeah, certain news I don't want no parts of. Reg, we can't hear you.
You got me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. He's 7'5". He's gonna build muscle, right? They all Giannis, all those guys started out scrawny when they first came into the league. How good do you think this kid can actually be?
I mean, once they start building, I mean, they'll be in the playoffs in the next year probably. But once they really start building, I mean, they'll probably make it conference finals a few times in the next, 6, 7 years. But outside of that, I mean, it's really dependent on the full team. I mean, they
Yeah,
can't just lead him to the whole way.
he give him
Oh,
some. You know what? Build around him like the Nuggets did with Jokic, where you get him a couple other shooters. And you might not. I mean, I don't know if he's how much time he's going to spend in the post because he can spot up and shoot outside. So it's going to be an open court with him out there. Maybe run the zone against him because he's one of those guys that's going to be able to pick and pop from anywhere. So it's going to be nice. And then he's a shot blocker. Again, 7'5". You got to be a shot blocker, right? You can't not block shots at that point. But having him in there, except for when you're guys like LeBron and guys like Giannis drive to the hoop, when you're getting these Steph Curry floaters and stuff, he can shut those down, no problem.
I don't know about shutting down a floater because them floaters be 12, 13 feet in the air sometimes.
I respect it. I respect it, Jay.
But I mean, him being 7'5", he's still gonna go for some pump fakes.
Sure got the shot firing left and right. Speaking of imploding, how about that Warriors trade?
Surprised he doesn't have any NASA Apollo 13 jokes.
Listen, I still don't like that trade. I think it was a dumb trade. If you're going to give up Poole, right? This is just me. Maybe I'm wrong when I say this, but I think they could have at least gotten some really good role players for Poole. I mean, I get it. Poole was a sixth man anyway, right?
They were
You could
trying
have
to get
gotten at least that back.
Poole that they just gave him and realized that they shouldn't have gave him, and the Wizards are taking on the money.
Like, I don't know, man.
The amount of money they paid Poole, they can get a couple free agents to replace what he's doing. They gave him starter money. He was supposed to play properly. They knew that Green was going to be gone. You put Poole in there, and you get somebody to replace Green, and you're fine. But when they realize we just gave you all this money, and you definitely aren't worth our starting lineup, they said, let us
well,
just
that's
send you to the Wizards
only
so
way
the
he could
Wizards
start is
get the
if they
money.
went small anyway. I think Poole was a backup plan for if Clay Thompson didn't play better.
Yeah, but then Poole started playing worse than Clay, so they were like, you're not going to break the starting lineup. We're going to send you to the
Hmm.
Wizards. They're going to pay you that money, and we're going to get somebody else and bring in somebody to do your job.
He's gonna be a new Bradley Bill, but 100 times worse.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, the Wizards don't care. The Wizards, they aren't a franchise trying to win. They're a franchise trying to get their attendance up.
They're more a franchise that's trying
Which
to
guy from ESPN?
not to sell.
You talking about the bald white dude from that does the late ESPN show? Yeah, he's actually from DC. I can't. Reg, I can't hear you. Nah, I if he's from DC, Hendo, we got a problem. I don't even know why you do that. That dude, if he look, he got cowboy boots and jean shorts on. He's from Dundalk. No one can hear you, Reg.
I couldn't hear you. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I don't know, but not Hendo. That dude's from Dundalk. He's definitely not from DC. Anybody trading for no third pick? If anything, the Wizards are trading up with that capital that they got from those good old Warriors.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, Reg, you ain't even catching strays. You just taking them straight to the chest. They just firing them at you all day. I need to find these draft updates. Where's the NBA.com? Brandon Miller. I don't know why Red Bull was on. But now, Rogue, don't stop it. Keep firing shots.
What?
Just Pete again.
Um, I think he meant Justin. All right, so can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you know.
All right, good. Good. You know what? I just figured out what it was. I'm using my headset, and but I only use one side. The battery died on the other one. I
The one
haven't
that has
charged them.
Mike in it.
Yeah, I haven't charged them since what, like yesterday at some point. And I was wearing them at work all day and stuff like that. So and I just completely forgot to plug them up. Now my internet is just fine, sir. It's my headset. Battery shot.
So
I
that
gotta
magic
charge it. I gotta charge it, sir. My internet is working just fine. Golden. All right.
that's that's that Five Below my what is it, Orlando Magic headset.
Now you hate it. These are Galaxy Buds, right? Um. See, when I left the screen, it was because I chose to leave the screen. Justin P left the screen because his internet said, "Nah, you can't do that. Not today."
No, he didn't need the screen. He just
Justin P was hitting us with the mannequin challenge. Like,
he tried to come back and he move and then stop again. Just you know.
yeah, yeah. Who's trying to find? Come on, man. Y'all need to leave me be. Y'all can't abuse me on my own stream. Like, the hurt, the pain. I'm okay with it though.
Man, they got these folks on the clock. How long do they get to be on the clock for? I know if you don't pick this goddamn team. Y'all got fleeced by the Wizards. Y'all cannot claim anything for the next 2 years. I don't want to hear nothing about y'all trying to win something. If the Wizards got you up out the way, you down bad.
Sorry, what was that? I was talking to my daughter.
He talking about joining the winning team. I said if you got fleeced by the Wizards, you cannot. You're not the winning team. You had
Mm.
championships. Those are under review after that terrible trade y'all made today.
Mm. Now we gonna take them back, and with the third overall pick, the Blazers have selected Scoot Henderson, who went through the G League instead of college. What do you think of that?
Well, I think the G League is about to be more popular for that because you're seeing what people are doing against guys who actually have a chance to make it to the league now. College, yeah, 1,000 people play in college, but maybe
No
150
guarantees.
actually
Yeah,
ever even play one game.
yeah. I think that's pretty dope that he got there through the G League. And you know what? I wish him the best, man. And does this though? Does this signify them getting rid of Lillard?
No, but I will tell you a funny story that I actually heard about the G League. So Isaiah Thomas had made his own little league, and apparently the WNBA used some of like his business model for when he created his own kind of minor league.
Okay.
I forgot it was like the C League or something. I forgot what the name of the league was, to be honest with you. But he actually, the NBA decided to do the same thing. And when he decided he was going to try and coach the Indiana Pacers, they actually the owners actually all got together and said as long as he owns another league, it's a conflict of interest. So he basically had to shut down his league to coach the Indiana Pacers, and then the G League just flourished. So now at this point, it's kind of like too late for him to come back and try.
Yeah, that's messed up. Hey, why y'all going in on that man fit like that? You know what I'm saying? He was a little. Yeah, he was a little glistening, a little
I mean, he
shiny.
does have that Orlando Magic fit.
Oh, here we go. Listen, nah, I can't even argue it because the team name is the Magic. Like, so
That's what I'm saying. He got that glistening on.
shiny kind of fits with Magic. So, but whatever. He gonna ball out though. He gonna ball out.
Did you forget to
Everybody's
say?
firing a shot. Everybody firing shots tonight. Apparently.
Did you forget to say T afterwards?
Every, oh, leave him alone, man. Listen, Scoot, Scoot about to go crazy. Scoot
Mm-hmm.
about to go gusto.
This Michael Jackson went crazy too.
Listen, that Michael Jackson, the goat. If you want to say I'm dressed like the goat,
Dressed
then
like
say
the
I'm
goat
dressed
don't
like the
mean you eat
goat.
him. You be dressed like the goat, but that just means you might eat like him though.
Uh, See him though, shots fired. Shots fired.
I was minding my business early, and all of a sudden my name came up in the chat. So it's on and popping now.
Listen, the only thing I know is I brought your name because I said we were streaming tonight. That's it. All right. After that, I left because I was busy. I was driving around doing stuff. Every time I peek in the chat, somebody's getting lit up. I'm like, yo, it's going crazy right now. I couldn't indulge myself because I was busy, but it was getting a little crazy in there, and I couldn't really hang with it.
Two more picks. Do you think your Mr. Black will still be there for you?
Yeah, I do. I honestly do. Um, and I think we're gonna take him. It's a good fit. We already got a big team. Add a 6, 7 point guard to it. We create mismatch problems. So I
Y'all
like
think
the
y'all
fit.
drafted the new Magic Johnson?
No. Nobody's comparing him to Magic Johnson in any way, shape, or
It,
form. He's a natural passer, though. This kid is a natural passer, but he's no Magic Johnson.
it was a
He's
Magic.
he is by no means no Magic Johnson. By no means, but he's gonna be a good player, a very good player. This is one of those positions, though. Remember, we were talking on the stream. We were on the stream with Hendo once. We were talking about Orlando, and I said how we're constantly in these positions when we're drafting where we make the top 10, but we're not high enough to get the spot for the guaranteed players. Like, that's why the one guaranteed good player we got is Von Carroll because the other guys we're getting are in that 6, 7, 8 range where you're guessing and hoping, kind of, which is weird because it's not like the NFL. Whereas the NFL, you get to pick 6, 7, 8. You still know you're most likely going to get somebody that's going to start immediately and be a great player to come. With the NBA, it's not like that. As soon as you get to like 4, 5, 6, you're shooting at the stars. Like, I hope I hit something. So the two drafts are entirely different, and the NFL draft is way better by a mile to me. Just as far as presentation and the hype surrounding it and everything, I think the NFL draft is on a whole nother level. But it doesn't hurt to watch the NBA draft and see what's coming. Looking forward to summer league,
You know.
which more than half of Orlando's team still plays in summer league. I just want to point that out. You got a ton of young guys.
So I've always wondered, and I mean, basketball has its techniques. It's obviously if you can do these things, you should be able to play in the NBA. And you only draft 2 rounds of players, but still there is such disparity between the top players and the mid-level players and the role players. Why not just expand the roster to, 20 to 24 players so you can develop more talent to actually give the guys who may be that top level talent, but they're just, you haven't developed them yet. Like in college and the NFL, you have 53 players on the team. You only have 22 to 25 who really need to play every week, but you keep those players and you still keep 8 on the practice squad to give the guys who need to develop a chance to develop into that Antonio Brown and those other undrafted guys, what have you. And the NBA is just like, oh yeah, we got 12 guys that travel with us, and it's only a 7-man rotation who actually plays. Expand that so you can develop the players who you need to have more players in the league that have those abilities.
I think it's one of those if it ain't broke, don't fix it situations. I mean, 'cause the NBA is never going to go because it's not as physical of a sport as it used to be, for one, and it's not going to get any more physical than it is now. The NBA is at a point where you're not going to see many guys touch the court because they only play 5 guys at a time. So you really don't need more. Whereas in the NFL, you got 11 guys on each side of the ball, plus your special teamers. You kind of need as many players as possible. With the NBA, it's just not the case because I mean, how often are we looking at guys like Giannis, LeBron, and these guys running the full 48 minutes and not resting? You know what I mean? When you got guys that's going to do that, it doesn't make sense to go out and pay more guys to play or be backups and ride the bench, especially when they have where you can sign guys to a 1 day contract, 2 day contract. Like these little tiny these short contracts where they can just fill in for guys if you are too injured. So Amen Thompson, pick number 4. So we getting closer and closer.
I mean, it's still if you have a couple guys at the end of the, they should at least have some type of rule. You got to at least play each year. They got to at least get 5 minutes. Like it's just I don't watch during the season because it's the same 7 8 guys the whole entire game, 17
Yeah,
games a season. Like,
yeah.
can we see somebody else play? Like that, unless it's garbage minutes,
Hey,
you don't. The 5 guys who come off the bench in the garbage minutes, nobody knows who they are unless you know these people in real life.
you want to see somebody else play? Go watch the Big Three. That's exactly what they're telling you. You want to see somebody else play? Go watch the Big Three. And it's not happening in the NBA. And a
Well,
lot of it has to do with players and their money. Even though you're getting guys now that are like, hey, I'll play this many games a year, and I need to rest this many games a year. Not throwing no shots at anybody specific, but guys are putting in their contract now that, hey, I get rest days. I'm taking off 20 games a year. You know, so when you got that, the way they're building these rosters,
but
you
that's
just
the
don't
thing.
need it
Guys get rest days, and you still don't even see guys at the other end, like at the end of the bench.
because they don't need it.
And yeah, I
You're
do.
right
I
though.
watch the big three more than I watch the NBA because it's more entertaining.
You're right though. I'd love to see more guys get play. Um, every team has 2 or 3 guys that just sort of into the bench and does this every game. Yeah. It's like,
It's
how could you
it's
be that hype
so
knowing you're never gonna play?
it's so like useless that they even travel with 12. People are like, oh, Udonis Haslem's been on the Heat forever. It's like you only play 7 guys out of the 15 that roll with you in your rotation. So him
Yeah,
being at the end of the bench, being like that veteran that's like, hey, this is how things need to be, is more valuable than having some 17-year-old there who's never gonna because neither one of them are gonna play.
Yeah,
So you might as well at least have a guy. If you need him to come in and play, he knows what the hell to do because he's been here for 20 years. But I mean, you not you could waste roster spots on a bunch of veterans who aren't going to play just because you're not gonna play it if it was a young guy anyways.
but you can't say y'all because I was one of the advocates at Baltimore all those years to getting better receivers. So I'm not really one for let the bad guys play. Um, but I do see what he's saying, and
I'm saying
let's see
develop.
what other players got because they could be better than we think. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know you mentioned
I just say expand the roster
that.
so you can develop more players so we can have more players that are better. Because I'm sure, like I said, it's a guy up north who didn't get that shot that Jordan got to be on a team. That's why we don't know if there's a person better than Jordan. There's so many
Yeah,
guys cut that, hey, this guy has potential, but we only got 12 guys on the roster, so you gotta go home. Sorry.
yeah. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I'm gonna play Rodney's side of things, right? If they're that good, then they wouldn't get cut. If
Okay.
they're that good, if their potential is that high, then they'd make the roster and make the lowest guy on the roster end up getting cut rather than them themselves, right?
Okay. So look, if you look at it, Gilbert Arenas got to the Wizards. He didn't start for 2 years. People on the team said themselves he was bussing, like he was giving the business to him in practice. And then he was still here, hey, sit on a bench, you're getting like 3 minutes a game. And when you come in the game, don't shoot, you're here to pass. And when those people got out the way, they said, hey, you're the star now, do what you do. But they had him on the team for 2 or 3 years and knew what he could do, but they assign you a role on the team. And if you don't follow it, you're getting cut. If you follow it, you still might get cut and nobody will even know that you're good.
Well, you know what? That's just a sign of how things are. Oh, how dare I not turn our ticker on for one? But that's just a sign.
It's no reason not to keep a couple extra players who have. I mean, you're gonna cut players who are good just because you have to get down to a roster size. Like that's just how it is. Why not carry a couple extra roster spots to develop these guys for a couple years?
So if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but and it looks like Detroit took Ashur Thompson. I think that was their pick there. It says pick is in. I don't know if that's the pick they make or if they're saying this is who they possibly go with. But if okay, so if I'm not mistaken, they do have like three roster spots of players that they just keep and develop, and then those players end up playing in the summer league. Come the following year, they play in the summer league for them again. And they end up on their preseason team or whatever. So I think they do have that. But again, they're not they're not really looking at that. Let's go draft Anthony Black. We're on the clock. Let's just go get him now. It's the right call, Orlando. Just do it. Anyway, I can see why you don't get that deep into the bench. Because like you
Was he
said,
starting scoring as a rookie or was he a role player as a rookie?
what happened?
He said he played 20 plus minutes as a rookie, but what was his role in that team? Or was he basically, hey, you're playing, but here's your rules?
Anthony Black can shoot enough. All right, he can shoot decent enough for what we need him to do. He's going to develop into a better shooter.
Another Markel Fultz. That's how you doing him.
It's not. It's not. Listen, he is way better than Markel Fultz. Way better, and he's a way better shooter. Way better shooter.
This is fucking terrible.
My thing is right. I think they don't play past the top what 7 8 guys because, like we said, it's only a 48-minute game, right? And your star players are going to play more than half the game, and then you don't really have the minutes to kind of move around for guys that you're unsure of when you got guys that can definitely play and you need them out there. So I see why those guys are kind of like can't get right, so to speak. They don't get their shots. But in my eyes, if they're getting their shot in practice and it's still not good enough to get them their time, that's on them. Hey Jay, we needed a guard. Like we needed a guard, and then we need maybe a backup small forward. Um, but that's kind of what we needed in Orlando. We need a starting guard, point guard specifically. Yeah, see, called it to a T. Welcome to Orlando, Anthony Black. I like the pick. I think he fits the team very well for what we like to do. I think he fits the team very, very well, and it's something we've been missing.
Yep.
Zeus
Welcome to
Beast.
Trashville.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Yep. Welcome to Trashville.
I'm hating right now. Is
No,
that
no,
is that what y'all,
he's
is that
giving
what
you
y'all
all.
said? Is that what y'all said? The pool we got traded for him?
I ain't saying nothing to Poole. He's trash, so welcome home. I don't know what you want me to tell him. He's trash, so welcome home.
Listen, trust me when I tell you, we have a decent wing player or two, but and I agree we need depth at the wing spot, right? But I like I like Franz Wagner. I like him at the wing spot. I'm a fan of his, so I'll stick with Franz. As far as Foles, like you said, why draft another point guard? Because Cole Anthony ain't it. We all know Cole Anthony ain't it. And like you hurts Foles. Come on now. You got no choice but to get a point guard at that point. Got to. And he played both sides of the ball very well. Who doesn't want? What are we talking about? What are we talking
I
about?
don't know what he's talking about. I
Who's
mean,
comparing franchises?
I guess he wants to compete for terrible franchise or something. I'm still trying to figure it out. But trust me, the Wizards have it on lock. They definitely are worse than
I
the
never
Warriors.
said. Hold on. Let me just correct this. I never said Cole Anthony was it. In fact, when we were talking about him on your stream
Hold on,
on
that
your
was your
channel. I
man's
think
two
it was
weeks ago.
your channel on my channel. When we were talking about him before, I said I didn't like Cole Anthony. I'm not a fan of his, and I said I wanted him replaced. This kid's gonna replace him. Cole Anthony's trade date now, and now we're gonna trade him to the Warriors. Y'all can have him. Listen, I'm not affiliated with their thought process. All right,
You're
I'm
affiliated
not
with the team, right?
I'm not affiliated with their thought process. right? I still have a mind of my own. That's like saying, as Ravens fans, we all we all thought Prochet was that guy, even though it was only certain Ravens fans that thought Prochet was that guy, right? We can't we can't say we're affiliated with the franchise's thought process because they thought for sure Tyler Wallace was going to come in and be a monster, but we didn't all
I
think that.
say that the thoughts and opinions conveyed in this stream are that of Big Reg and living with Big Reg alone. I'm an innocent
Ah,
person,
I'm guessing you're taking that stand just in case Coach pops in.
and I'm paid for every word that comes out of my mouth, whether I agree with it or not.
Yes, you can have those receipts. I said I'm saying out of my own mouth that I think Black is going to be a very good player. In no way, shape, or form am I saying he's going to be a superstar. I said he's going to be a very good player. I've been saying this since the beginning of the stream. He's going to be a very good player, and I think he fits what we do. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be a star player. That means he literally what I said. He fits what we do. And this one was for you, Ghost. Every player has a role. You're not coming in as a rookie and getting free reign to do whatever you want. And that's
But
facts.
that's what I was saying. Everybody has a role. So if your role is that, we don't know if you're good or not because that's your role. So if they tell your ass to pass 5 out of 7 times, we don't fucking know if you can shoot because the team told you whether you have the open shot or not, give it to him. Period. So these guys who are on the bench, you don't know how good they are because we're not allowed to see how good they are.
Yeah, but you know what? Playing your role is part of proving not only that you can be a team player, but it's part of proving yourself to the guys that's already made. I
That's
can't come
that,
onto a team and be like, yo, I'm about to be that dude. Give me the ball when it's
that's cool
that
and all.
dude is already on the roster.
But when Randy Moss came in the league and they realized he was the best receiver, they got him the fucking ball. They didn't care about all that extra stuff. Oh, we need to make sure you know that you're a rookie. That's how you keep guys who are good from being, what they are. Like if this guy can drop 9 out of 10 3 pointers, I don't care if he's a rookie. I literally do not care what year he came from. If he's helping me win, that's all I care about. If your superstar is jealous of the rookie who has a 90% 3 point percentage, then guess what? Get you a different star who's not threatened by everybody who comes on the team.
Handle here says, if you're good, then your role is limited. And I'm the crazy but to agree with that. Unless you play for certain teams.
Yeah, I mean, you play for certain teams, they control your role and what you can do, and that's why those teams stay terrible. And that's my point. If you're gonna relegate guys to certain roles, why not have extra developmental spots for that guy who may just be that good?
He said Gilbert couldn't do it.
We don't know if he couldn't do it.
And he's saying players that can do. And that's exactly what I was thinking, though. That's exactly what
Who
I was thinking.
who cares who the Wizards picked? They're gonna fuck it up and end up trading him in about 2 3 years.
Come on, dog. 2, 3 years? You could
It's the
at least
Wizards.
say 4.
Nah, they going in 2 years. They're gonna blow it up and have to do it again because when Poole's contract actually wears off, they're like, all right, now we can build because all of a sudden we have cap room. It's the Wizards every 3 years.
Yeah, that's
They
their
got
3 year
Westbrook.
plan, right?
They got Westbrook, paid him 40 something million a year, and then traded him for another guy who we paid 40 something million a year. Now they traded both those guys out, and now we got Poole who's making who knows how much a year. Now when his contract runs, they're gonna trade him away and draft somebody else and be like, yeah, we're gonna rebuild based on this guy. Then they're gonna sign him to a contract, trade him away, and do it again. The Wizards been doing it since they were the Bullets.
He said he was literally asking, who is he? For me, the pick didn't come in yet. So you're ahead of me, Jay. So I didn't even see the pick yet.
How'd they trade up a pick?
No, I think they've been at 8, didn't they? They were at 9.
I
I
thought they
thought
were
they
always
were.
at 8.
Yeah, I thought so too.
They probably fucked up that trade.
Unless you talking about it was in the. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Well, listen,
Please let me know what jersey I'm not about to buy.
y'all about to put together a squad with Pool, huh? Oh, okay.
Hendo out here giving that bad Jameson was it Jameson Hensley
B said the
that
dude
reports
y'all
quarterback?
picked is the dude y'all picked is Wemby's teammate. So he's from France. He played over in France.
Look, I got enough French in my life. I need them out.
Why you gotta be like that? Get a man a chance, right? Ain't that what you just been like kind of going back and forth about the whole time?
Nah,
Give him a
look,
chance.
my fiance's French. That's enough. Everything else, yeah, you got. If you ain't family, you got to go.
Oh man. But you literally just said those guys should get a chance. We don't know what you got unless we give you a shot.
Look, racism supersedes all that. Okay,
Wow.
I'm playing. I mean, whoever they draft,
Nah,
they
nah,
gonna
y'all heard it on stream.
whoever they draft, they gonna ruin his career anyway. So
Jarris Walker. That's who y'all took. He out of Houston. He played for
like he
Houston.
gonna move to DC and he gonna get turned out.
What you said?
He gonna move to DC and his whole life gonna get ruined.
Oh man.
He gonna walk. He gonna be walking around. I ain't never seen no shit like this before. That's what's gonna happen to him.
No, he played college ball. He didn't play in France. Played for the University of Houston.
The Wizards draft forwards and big men and don't hit on any of them.
He said he got that Lamar hairdo. Nah, I don't
I
think
gotta go.
Lamar. I think Lamar's is not a lot nicer than that.
I gotta go sob in the kitchen. I'm gonna be right back.
Uh, that man said he slid to the kitchen. He about to victimize some food. That's crazy. He had to take a moment. I think this pick might have bothered him a little bit. So best pick so far, aside from Wemby. Who y'all got? Hey, I'm not gonna knock the man. If he hungry, he hungry. Although got traded from Indiana to Washington. When did that trade happen? Okay, so they basically traded players. Okay, so they had the team make the pick for him and then traded the players. Listen, it kind of is what it is. I mean, he didn't know we were going to be streaming. I told him earlier, but it is what it is. I don't, you know, this isn't the most professional of streams yet. I'm trying to get there though. The boys working hard, try to upgrade the platform here, and coming soon. I might have a store some merch for y'all. Coming soon, hopefully. couple things I'm trying to get together, finish up. A couple things I'm testing out. Want to see how they look, and then I'll start promoting and we'll see how y'all like it. See if y'all feeling the merch. Try to get some stuff out to y'all. But I gotta wait and see. Wait for it to come to me first. See how I like it, or if I'm gonna go through somewhere else. Y'all know how it is. Y'all pros. Y'all been there, done that. Y'all know the whole spiel. Okay, the Pacers got 2 seconds in that trade as well. So listen, that still though, what does that do for Washington? Like, are they just? I gotta look and see who the prospects are for coming out next year because maybe Washington is just trying to blow it up for a year. Maybe they're trying to tank it for a year, get a couple of top top 10 picks.
Washington could have the number one pick for 5 years straight and still not make the playoffs.
Listen, I don't think that's true. I mean, I know that yeah, they're definitely rebuilding, but like it seemed like this time around is a little bit different from every other time that they've been like rebuilding. Like,
You have to build something to rebuild it. We ain't built nothing.
what do you mean? Like, did you forget y'all had Karan Butler, Gilbert, all them dudes? Y'all had then you had Wall and Bill, and y'all tried several times. But
And
for
how
me,
many conference finals did we win?
well, hold on, that's what I was getting to. So for me, the problem was y'all never actually rebuilt. Y'all just added a big name player and tried to say, okay, I think this is it this time.
Bill
Um,
and Bill and what's his name were drafted.
John Wall, yeah, yeah, I know, but they're role players. The players around them were boo boo. You kind of at the time look at the roster they had, right?
So
And
you
they
didn't build
drafted
anything.
those two,
You
and they
gave it
did
high
well.
picks and took two players, and then you didn't build anything around them. So you didn't build anything.
That's
You
what
were
I'm
given
saying.
great picks.
So that's what I'm saying. They got lucky. They basically got lucky with two good picks, right? But then they didn't complete the rebuild. That's why I thought the coach they didn't complete the rebuild because they didn't really build around them.
If I give you 500 pounds of concrete and you just give me a flat surface, you didn't build anything. They were
Yeah,
given a
but a
flat
lot of people
surface,
don't want
perfectly
Harden
flat
nowadays, though.
surface, and all they had to do was grab a couple pieces to say they built a team. And they didn't grab a couple pieces. They just had a foundation that was practically given to them. They didn't build anything on it.
That's because they tried to. They basically tried to do what Philly did, right? Where Philly was like trust the process, and at first everything was through the draft. So when Philly was doing that for 5 6 years, that's what they were trying to do, build through the draft. But
The
Philly
Warriors
couldn't
built
build
a
through the
team. They
draft.
drafted two players and then they put players around them. That's building a team.
Yeah, no, no, I know that, but that's the point I'm getting at. So for 5 or 6 years, Philly drafted players and only drafted players. Then eventually they said, you know what? If we're going to build this team, we got to sign guys. So they started signing guys. The next thing you know, they're contenders. Washington has this thing where they'll draft guys, then they'll just keep drafting, and then when that doesn't work anymore, they'll say, okay, forget the draft. Let's sign this guy. Let's sign that guy. And then be like, and you notice all of the big name, like a lot of their big name signings has all been guards. Like you mentioned, they signed Westbrook. You know, like first off, anybody giving Westbrook that amount of
No,
money
they traded Westbrook for Wall. They
after
traded
yeah,
Westbrook for
yeah, yeah,
Wall.
right.
Gave up a first rounder.
That's
So
right.
you basically took your younger guy
hmm
and first rounder and shipped him off for Westbrook, who everybody knew
Was
wasn't.
not is not it. He wasn't that dude anymore.
You had a better choice of just letting Wall go and drafting a player and then signing another player.
Yeah, it's listen. Certain franchises, the people that own them or the people that's in position to make decisions, I should say, are always going to make questionable decisions, and mainly because not everybody. And I'm going to say, first off, let me give a big ups to the Lakers. Let me give a big ups to the Warriors. And teams like that. They go out there. Not only do they draft well, they sign the right players that fit a system and that works for their team. Whereas other teams try to sign players and then just mush them together to make them work. Like so, perfect example. When I was talking about Orlando earlier and drafting, I was saying to Jay, we needed that point guard, that specific point guard. It's because I said I think he fits what we're doing right now. That's what matters right now is fitting a scheme rather than trying to force a player in there by position or by need of position. So when you get these teams like they're putting together these super teams now, a lot of them aren't working because you're trying to force players in together rather than getting a system that they can work in together. Like Brooklyn. Brooklyn would have been great if those guys actually fit together. But the only guy that wasn't ball dominant was KD, and he was the better player of the three. And then you got Harden and Kyrie always need the ball in their hands, so that they don't fit. That's a clashing system. That's exactly why I said that it wasn't going to work in Dallas because him and Luca are ball dominant. Now they need for them to work. They need guys that's willing to play off the ball and are going to play a different position, play a different role. And I don't know if they're going to get it. Like I don't see. That's exactly why Kyrie wants to go play with LeBron or wants LeBron to come there or wants to go to LA because he knows, okay, I could be ball dominant there. LeBron won't mind. AD won't mind, and I'll still get those guys involved. Kyrie will work out on like, say Kyrie went to the Bucks, he will work out perfectly there. They don't care if he's ball dominant because yes, uh, Giannis needs the ball in his hand, but he's just perfectly fine with crashing boards. And then you dump the ball to him down low and let him work down low, rather than him having to dribble at the top of the key and try to work his way down to the post. He
I think
needs
the Nets
somebody
will
that's
also
going to work
play.
with him.
I don't think Nash is that good of a coach.
I mean, even if that's not the case, you still, if these guys fit, if they actually fit together in any system, it would have worked out. But they don't fit together in any system.
But if you're a coach, you're supposed to create the system. A good coach will figure out a way to at least make it somewhat decent.
For a good coach, yes, he'll try to make them conform to him. But at the end of the day, the way the NBA is now, it's a players' league. There's
I mean,
no. It's one of those things where it's one of those things where players are turning down or shutting down their head coaches. The head coach is like, "Here's what I want to run this time up the court." They're like, "Nah, I got this." So it's hard to take those egos and say, "Hey, you're going to work this way because I said you're going to work this way." You almost can't. Not with the way the NBA is. It's tough. You got to
but if
have
you
a coach that everybody respects.
you didn't have Harden there at first, so KD and Kyrie would have been fine, but you still didn't have a coach that they had any reason to respect in the first place. I mean, you signed this guy from out of nowhere. Hey, he's your head coach. How many games does he coach?
Well, I think they
He was
respected him a
the
little
MVP
because
for the year.
he played. They respect players more than they respect non-players. So I think he had some respect with that. But then once they seen he couldn't coach, it's like, nah, get this dude up out of here. Like, we ain't listening to that. So I think that was a big part of it. And I think you're right. They didn't respect him after a while. I think at first they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to be good. Then it was like, this ain't. This ain't it. But as we all know, though, history tells us that the guys that are really good players end up being really bad coaches, and the guys that are really bad players end up being really good coaches.
Well, they spent all this time next to the coach on the bench, so
Exactly, exactly, exactly. You know what I mean?
hey, look at John Madden. Hey, he was a tight end and he was young, and they were like, "Look, playing ain't gonna be it for you, but we can make you a coach, and you can definitely do this job very well."
He did his thing, didn't he?
Also, you don't even know what position he played.
I think we all can agree on that. I think everybody knows that already about
I agree with that, but
KD.
as a coach, psychology is part of your job.
Yeah, but you can't fix that. That's something you can't fix. That's hard to. It's a lot to say. Hey, I know you ain't got it all up here. I know you're not that strong up here,
You got to
but
make
I'm
them
gonna
believe in you.
build you up. That's hard. That's hard because a lot of guys, when they are mentally weak like that, they don't let anybody in. Like KD, KD literally, like not like these other players. KD had a burner account where he was responding to fans and stuff. A burner account instead of just coming out on his own account and being like, "Yo, shut up! Like this is me. Yeah, I'm saying it. Yeah, I'm saying it." Instead
But
of being
what
able
about
to
the
do
ref who
that,
had the burner account?
huh?
What about the ref? The ref had a burner account, and he was defending his calls to fans on his burner account on Twitter.
Hey, yo, that's a ref though. Ref. A ref is gonna do that ASAP. Of course, a referee gonna do it, but you can't be UKD. Like at one point, you were referred to as the best player on the planet, right? You can't then have a burner account to respond to fans because you ain't tough enough to be about yours. You just can't do it.
Look, if John Morant would have had a burner account, he wouldn't be suspended right now. Okay.
Exactly, and that's why I was saying him and Kyrie didn't fit together. That's why. See, in my eyes, and this is what I was telling people when I heard they wanted to sign together on the same team. I said Kyrie wants to sign with KD because he knows he'll be the alpha personality. He knows he'll be the alpha dog. He knows KD will take a back seat to him, but it's going to cause problems because he's going to try to force it on KD, and KD's gonna want to get his shots up. And KD's gonna have a problem as soon as he sees Kyrie do something dumb. Now, it got worse quicker than I thought because it ended up more than that being the issue. With them missing a lot of games and not really playing together as much as they should have. But KD, is just like what happened in Golden State with Draymond, right? A lot of people feel he would have stayed in Golden State longer had Draymond not called him the B word, right? And I'm one of those people that think he would have stayed another year or so too. But he doesn't have the mental stability to deal with a guy like Draymond year round. But he's also just to the point where he's like, "That's how you want to treat me? I'm out," and just leave it at that. That's the one thing that certain. That's honestly what Poole should have did. When Jordan Poole got punched in the face at practice, he should have like, all right, that's how you want. First off, he should have fought back. I'm not a fan of him not fighting back. He should have fought back. That's one. Two, he should have said, listen, y'all, it's gonna be me or him at this point because I'm not about to play with him this whole year after he disrespected me like that.
I think he did, and then he got paid.
Now I still think that would have been. You gotta have right. You gotta have pride, right? You gotta have pride, unless you're mentally weak.
Look, when you about to get overpaid by that much, pride
He was gonna
comes
get. We
before
all know he
paid.
was gonna get overpaid
You
anyway.
watch Pulp Fiction? You watch Pulp Fiction? That
Yeah,
pride creeps into your head. It's gonna fuck up your money.
yeah. No, no. Listen, but we all know he was gonna get paid no matter what. He was gonna get overpaid no matter what.
I don't know about that.
We all know that. I think so. I think Poole has a better year if the whole Draymond thing doesn't happen. I think it was in his head all year long. So I think he has a slightly better year. I'm not saying he has a massive year. I'm saying he has a slightly better year and then proceeds to get paid. I mean, think about it, right? I'm not trying to compare him to Austin Reeves, but in a way, they're
That
in the
terrible
same
package
situation,
that
right?
y'all just did. Mm-mm-mm.
What?
Jet Howard. Who drives somebody named Jet?
Hey, yo, first off, I know somebody named Jet, and we real life just took another guard. That's crazy. Um,
The famous Jet Jackson.
we really just took another guard, and that's crazy. Jet Howard is a guard, and it bothers me.
So that sounds like what Ferris said. Y'all just draft guards for no reason.
No, that's what. Yeah, Jay said that. Jay said that.
My bad, Jay.
Uh, boy, I
You
don't know how I
lost.
feel about that pick.
You just drafted Jet.
We just drafted Jet Howard. I don't know how I feel about that pick. Let's see what happens with it. It could be one of them draft and trade situations, but he might work out. He might work out. I
I,
gotta get more info on him
I,
first.
I've been new, but I definitely knew that Bronny's just firing shots today. He came for all the smoke.
Hey, listen, I didn't just realize it, but it did just hit me again. Like y'all just went two first round guards. Like I get it though, but I don't get it.
They're trying to make that Bill John Wall connection.
Well, you know what it is? We have a team with an abundance of forwards, like an abundance of forwards, but we don't have that do that forward. So yeah, yeah, though we know
Nah, what
we
Bronny
know.
just said.
Hey B, you saw it right? You saw. I legit was like, we drafted another guard. Like, you're not supposed to show your hand, huh? But that hurt right there. It did. That hurt me. I can't believe they went and did that. Like that was. I think it bothered me more because I was like defending them a little while ago. But
No, and Jay came back too.
I know I seen them. I try to ignore it. Damn, let it go. Listen, but to defend this pick, right? To defend this pick, he plays the wing. He can play the wing. He's a two guard, not a point guard. So you know he can play the wing. Because I believe Suggs is what? Suggs, we got Suggs. He's 6'5", 6'6", right? Where's this dude 6'8"? He's a wing player. You know what I mean? He could shoot, but still hurts though. But I see what they're trying to do here. I see what they're trying to do. I gotta look up more on Jet. I gotta look up more. I gotta get more info on Jet. 6'8", wing player. We might be good, bro. We might be good.
Let it liberate you. You definitely should have streamed about something else tonight because you are just boy.
Hey, bro.
You taking more losses than Orlando.
Hey, man. Listen, he gonna be good, man. He gonna again. it's one of those moments where it's like, well, I guess anything's better than nothing. You know, rather add
I mean,
something than add nothing.
I feel like Orlando is like the Pittsburgh Steelers of the NBA
No, 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 no.
when they were going through those Cordell Stewart years.
Now I can't even say that because they were still developing people. I still need, and they were still play in the playoffs. Like, you know, so I need Orlando to develop and win. Like,
You're right. The Steelers did win. Orlando must be the Cleveland Browns.
I'll take that. I'll take that as a fair comparison. I will. I'll take that as a fair comparison. I'm not even. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm not one of them fans that's not realistic, and I'm not one of them fans that's you know, dance around BS. Right? Fact is, the team hasn't won anything, won no rings, and they haven't been in the playoffs in a long time. I'm okay with that. Well, let me correct that. I'm not okay with that, but I understand it, and by that I mean I know. Like it doesn't bother me the way it bothers real Orlando fans, like from that area. The
Reg,
people from that area, it's hurt, it's hurt, hurt. Me, I
Reg,
kind of brush it off.
please be honest. You wear your sunglasses during a solar eclipse, okay?
No, that's not how this works right here. That is not how this works, sir. That is not how this works, right?
It's not any
He said, yes, you are. I see it. So listen, all right, here's the thing that bothered me though. The thought of the word, all right, the letter G, guard, seeing guard come across the screen is what bothered me. Like I said, I got to look more into this kid. But
Look, the next one's gonna be a
seeing
small forward
seeing
that
that he's a 6'8" shooter, he's going to be playing wing. Like he's going to be a small forward. He's gonna be a small forward. He's gonna be a hybrid 2-2-3. So I'm not really, that's not that bad of a pick. But like I
he's
said,
gonna
I
be a
gotta look
threat
more
and a
into
half.
it.
Okay.
Well, we needed no. So listen, we needed perimeter shooting, right? But we needed a guard who could pass and who could get to the rim.
So are you
We
saying
got our
Mr. Black
point
can
guard.
shoot perimeter?
We got Anthony Black. He's an okay shooter. I said that earlier. He's an okay shooter, but he is not one of those dudes that he touched the ball outside, you're scared. No, not at all. You can chase him off the line very easily. He's going to hesitate to shoot. He's a great finisher at the rim, great passer, very good point guard. And he's going to be a very good player in the league. That's what I truly believe. This kid I have to look up more on, but he can shoot and he's 6'8". We need length and shooting. So that kind of fits what we were looking for. If you look at what we were looking for a wing player and shooting, right? Outside of needing a point guard. And that's exactly what we got. But again, I have to look more into the kid to see if it was actually a good pick. I'm not saying it was a good pick. I'm saying I have to look into him. But if he fits that mold, if he's a wing player and he can shoot, then he was exactly what they were looking for. So he's gonna be one of those guys that switch positions.
So outside of your created team on NBA 2K, how soon will Orlando at least win the Eastern Conference, like that little 4-team conference that they're in? What do you call it, the Eastern Conference South or something like that?
Um, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, it depends on because other teams are building too. We're trying to build from scratch with all
So
young guys.
you
Because
don't
if
even
you notice, if you
self
look at
confidence.
Orlando, they're doing what Washington has been trying to do, was trying to do before,
Y'all
where
ain't
they
never gonna win.
draft all their guys.
Right. Y'all just never gonna win. Okay, that's what you're saying.
But but they're better than Washington. I'm just gonna point that out.
You're trying to do what Washington does, which is lose with style for
Yeah,
25 years
but
straight
but
and
they're
hope that
better.
fan.
They're better. Orlando is better than Washington by far. by
So
far.
when
I'm
when
putting
are
that.
you going
Like I
to
said,
win?
I already said it early in the stream. Orlando's going to make the playoffs next year,
But when are you
albeit
going to win?
whether it be a 7 seed or 8 seed, they're making the playoffs.
The question is, when will you win the Southeast Conference over the Hawks, Hornets, Heat, Magic, and Wizards? When are you going to win that sub-conference? How many years?
I'll say within the next 2 years.
All right, Hendo, you saw me walk him into that one. I'm gonna need you to screenshot, record, and make a short of it and post it in 2 years.
2 years. Hey, you can screen record it too. You can go back watch the live back.
I ain't doing all that work.
You can go back and watch the live back and clip it. Do what you got to do. I'm saying it, but I always say it. Look at what I said as far as
Actually,
you're never gonna find a moment where you don't hear me say something that's far fetched or way different from what anybody else will say. What did I say? We did the stream last week, I think it was. What did I say my Super Bowl pick was last week?
I think
Who
I,
else?
I think Rodney say put that in video AI and make some shorts of it yourself so that we can just go back and see it in a couple years when you're wrong.
Hold on. Who did I say was gonna be in the Super Bowl next year? You remember? Who did
I
I say was
mean,
my way too early Super Bowl pick?
even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. You said the Ravens, so I'm not going
I
to
just
deny that because I'm hoping they did.
no. That was fine. But who did I say was going from the NFC?
Oh, you said the Commanders.
No, I said the Bears. I said the Bears. Okay, so I'm known for making outrageous picks. Why? Because I'm built different, right? I don't care if I end up being wrong. It doesn't bother me. But I'm built different. I'm built in a way that I'm not afraid to go out on the limb and make that pick. So I'm not afraid to say Orlando is going to win that division in the next couple of years.
Yeah, you
I'm not.
built different, just like Orlando. Y'all have a different way of trying to lose games.
Nah, I try to win games, but Orlando, yeah. I'll put it this way though: we swept the Celtics this year. I believe we swept the Warriors this year. So
Also with that.
I'm not throwing any shots at anybody. I'm just saying if you look at the NBA regular season record,
Oh, you translated that real quick.
it's facts though. I'm just saying facts though. I'm saying it's a team that's they're a team that's making their way rather than
Like
fading
Rodney
to the
said,
pool.
it's different between practice and game time and regular season and playoffs.
Okay, I don't deny that, but you still got to win in the regular season to get to the playoffs.
Wait, y'all didn't even get into the playoffs.
We were a couple games out. We was like 10, 12 games out, something like that.
12. He said that real slick, like they was close. They ain't even get to play
No,
in.
no, no, no. I ain't say it like it was close. I'm saying we was good 10, 12 games out. Like that's how I'm saying. Like exactly what it is. We was out there, but
Nah, I had to
when
give you a little hard time so
the
you got some
team
shorts
we
to chop
got
up.
listen,
Yeah,
we got our
no.
head coach. I feel like this head coach we finally got. This was his first year this year, and I feel like he's actually building something with his team. Unlike head coaches we had in the past, where it seemed like the players didn't know where to be, they didn't know what they were supposed to be doing. It looked like a mess on the court. It actually looked organized this year, and they were in every single game. There was not one game where they got blown out. So that's why I say they can, another year under this coach, these rookies pan out to be how I think at least the first pick can be. Then it's going to be a contending team. Again, I have to look up more on Jet, but as far as Anthony Black, I think he has great potential, and I think he's going to end up very good. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar, like I said, but he's going to be a very good player to me. And I think in today's league, I think the Miami Heat showed if you can at least get, even the Denver Nuggets showed it. If you get one star player and surround them around some good players or some good role players, then you can win. So
So
they'll have
I
a
want
chance.
to
Our
this.
star player, our developing star player is Montero, right? So if he continues to develop, which he looks like he is, and then these other young guys develop and they develop around him, then you're looking at a superstar, a possible superstar, surrounded by, or you're looking at another version of the Heat, where the star players surrounded by role players. But either way, will be better than where they are now, right?
So I think we do need a poll. I want to know. I want to know what the people watching, who or at least what position do the Lakers draft in their pick in the next three picks?
Who do the Lakers draft? I don't know, but I'm about to get Suge in here if I can.
Well, he might be the Well, I forgot. Suge is a Celtics fan, so I was gonna say we have a
Suge
Lakers
is
fan
a
that asked.
Celtics
He's a
fan.
Celtics fan.
Suge is a Celtics fan.
Well, Brodney, you are the resident basketball sports guy who is a Lakers fan. Who or what do you think the Lakers draft to try to help their team?
If it's up to Brody, they trade the pick and they get Dame Lillard or somebody else that's actually, going to show up and show out right now, rather
Well,
than a player they probably have to watch develop.
Golden State comes in at 19, so they're two picks after. Pause.
Well, there you go. Jay got some. Remember, Jay's an LA fan too.
Yeah, I read what Brodney wrote. I just had to make it clear. I felt uneasy about reading that out loud. I'll let you do that.
I don't know what's wrong with you, man.
Sure got the ball.
Hello,
Yo, yo, what's up?
what's up?
Nothing. I wasn't making any money Ubering. I bought some lotto tickets or scratchers, and I made
I
like
don't forgot his name. I
15,
was just
20, 15 on each. So I was like, I'm done for the night. Come hang out with you guys.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm trying to
I
figure
know
it out
it's the
right now.
guy's name B. I don't know what's wrong, Mr. Bazel, but trading the pick or getting drafting Grady sounds like a plan. And well, that's not happening because Grady Dick just got drafted by Toronto.
Uh, rumors floating around. I don't know if B has heard it. Rumors floating around that Lakers may trade Anthony Davis to Atlanta or Trey Young and someone else with Anthony Davis and their 17th pick to Atlanta for Trey Young. I don't like this trade. I think that the Lakers should stick with AD, let him rest, and hopefully he can come back. What is this white boy wearing? Wearing that?
That's got to be worse than the Michael Jackson suit earlier. I don't
No,
care what
like
anybody
why are you
says.
wearing that?
The man looked like a cinnamon stick.
Some people should not wear certain things, and that's one of them.
he's going for the root beer look.
Oh man, I can see it. And he got the hat to match now.
Or a churro.
It's almost like he knew who was picking him.
Right? That is oof.
Wow, he got. You know what? With that
I don't
jacket,
know whoever let him
he's gonna fit
style.
into Toronto just fine with that jacket. Listen up in Canada, man. I love it up there, but I think he'll fit in just fine. They'll love him up there.
Wait, you say you're from Canada?
No. I said I've been to Canada.
Oh, okay.
I love it up there.
I
It's
mean, he
really
might
nice.
like churros. I think it's a Spanish thing.
I don't know, man.
That's a why would I wear this thing? But yeah, what do you think about that, Reg? If the Lakers traded AD,
Listen, Lakers trade AD. I did hear that him and LeBron's having some issues, and that may be part of the force for why they want to trade him. Um, if you trade AD and you go get Trey Young, the other guy you're getting in that trade has to be a big because then who do you got down low? You know what I'm saying?
Obama.
Yeah,
No,
Mo
Mobamba.
Bamba, but
They would have to trade Mobamba. Mobamba, and they were talking about Mobamba and Beasley. They would have to get rid of because of their contracts. Unless
Huh?
unless AD goes back to New Orleans and they get Zion right now.
He got on his churro outfit.
Pretty sure you said from. Please exit the Discord, sir. Who's Brodney talking to? He's talking to you, talking to me. I don't know what he's saying.
I have no clue.
I
Hope
don't
you're
know who
doing
he's
well,
talking to.
Brodney. Hope you're doing well. I heard you had a busy day today. Getting to be a busy week coming up soon because they believe in you. God damn, my glasses. Yeah,
Yeah,
who did Orlando get? Big Rich.
Reg, that's the one you
so
say
we
you're
took Anthony
getting
Black
that.
with the sixth pick, which I like that pick. I think he's gonna be a pretty good player. Um, and then we took Jet Howard at 11, which again drafting two guards in the first round was questionable, but Jet can also play the three, so I think that's what they're gonna lean towards. I'm gonna hope that's what they're leaning towards. Jet playing the three because he can shoot. He's 6'8", great wingspan. So he's one of those guys you put out there, shoot the ball, play that wing, and hopefully that they use him the right way. Because if you got him out there at two guard, I'm gonna be kind of upset about that.
He's going to be a two guard.
I don't think so because they
He's
like
going
Suggs.
he's going to
They
be a
like
stretch.
Suggs. Suggs is our two guard.
Your point guard's 6'7". He's 6'8". They're just going, just put them together as one person.
Nah, nah. I think he ends up playing a lot of the three. But you know what? We didn't really have a backup two guard either. So he's probably going to come off the bench and play a little bit of two as well. But if you were meshing him in with the starting lineup, which you can't because Franz Wagner is our wing. He's our small forward. So as it looks, right? I'd say this is just me. I'd say you start Anthony Black at point. Obviously you got to make him earn it first. But if you're not going to start him, then it's going to be Cole Anthony or Markel Fultz at point. We got Suggs at the two, Franz Wagner at the three, Boncaro at the four, and then your five is either going to be Bobo or Mo Wagner. So, and I those guys actually play very well together. I like how they play together. So, the potential is there, but again, potential is a very dangerous word. That can go, that can go great, and you end up in the playoffs, or it can burn you to crisp, and you end up, back in the top five making picks.
So I think what's going to happen is they're going to play some Baltimore Ravens moves, and y'all are just going to have positionless basketball. It's just going to be guys out there, hey, guy to guy who's about your height.
And who is that? You're gonna say Boncaro is the only one with a set position, right? Boncaro actually plays the five as well, but yes, he's a four. He's a four through and through. So I can see why you would say that. But Suggs is also he's a set position. Suggs never plays point. He never plays the three. Suggs is a two guard through and through. So there's other guys with set positions. They just not necessarily good. And I'm not a big fan of Suggs. Cole Anthony, he's a point guard through and through, but he's not that good.
Sugar's just a fan of telling motherfuckers that, hey, you just go ahead. We don't need you. Turn your jersey in. Bye.
But oh yeah, Brock, yeah, be do that real quick.
People see him. Hey, you seen Bronny walking down the street, walking down the hallway on cut day. People just, hey, here's my playbook.
Listen, Mo, I promise you, Franz Wagner is one of those dudes that can give you 20 points a game.
Franz wasn't that good for the Wizards. What make you think all of a sudden he's going to elevate?
Did you watch him play last year?
Yeah, he still plays like
Franz can give you 20 points a game. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me look up what his average was last year, just so I can be sure here. Regular season, he averaged 18.6 per game. So yeah, he could give you, he could easily give you 20 if he can average 18. He averaged
Well,
18
we have a
last year.
trade.
UConn, Jordan Hawkins just went to the Pelicans. I feel bad for him, but yeah,
Uh,
come play for UConn. We get you drafted. You know what I mean?
and that was it. I thought they were. I thought they were going to try to do a Laker trade. They didn't shit.
So we'll get you drafted, but we don't promise you'll be any good. Okay.
Hey, that's what I'm. Listen, you here to win us some college chips? All right, we'll get you to the league. We can't guarantee that you're gonna be better than everybody else there. That's your job. That's your job to be better. You know what I mean?
My man said, when you want to win, I promise he'll be real expendable.
Apparently, Jordan Hawkins is Angel Reese's cousin.
And what I got to do with anything?
Saying maybe you should put some more respect on that man's name. Nah, I'm just playing. He's a very good player though. Like I
And
watched him last year. That
listen,
man's nasty.
Reggie Miller's sister was a better female player than he was a male player. So what are you trying to say?
Hey, he's a role player. Okay, he's
He
gonna
gonna
do his
go
job. And he's gonna
pass
do it
the ball.
well.
That's what he gonna do.
I'm just saying, he's gonna do his job. And he's gonna do it well. Look at that, perfect comparison. Perfect player comparison. What did I just say he was? He's a role player. What was Rip Hamilton? Rip Hamilton was a role player. Let me catch and shoot. That's a perfect.
Okay, he was a role player, but he started on the championship team. I gotta see how that.
Yo, just because you start on the championship team doesn't mean you're not a role player. You
They
gonna
were
tell me
not even the
you go
same.
okay? So you're telling me Michael Porter Jr. is not a role player?
Yeah, but
He's a
that
role
wasn't the
player.
same as Rip.
Rip
That wasn't the
Hamilton
same
was
as
not a role player. They were not the same team without him.
Yeah.
All right, so well, I'm not saying they were the same team without. You can be a listen. You can be a completely different team when a guy you don't have that proper role player. For me, the reason I say he was a role player is because what did Rip do every game? He ran and he got jump shot. He caught the ball and shot. That's what he did. That's what he did. You can take the role player position and turn it into an all pro position. You can be an all pro player, but realistically, all your role is to do is one thing, and that's what Rip was to me. Rip was he was a great player, right?
Yeah, but
But
that
he wasn't
I
going
disagree
to
with you.
take you off the ball 90% of the time. He was going to run till you couldn't run anymore, and he's going to catch the ball and nail that shot. And you wasn't going to stop him from hitting that
So
shot.
so
I
so was
love
Reggie
Rip.
Miller was Reggie
Rip
Miller a role player?
Rip was one of my favorite. Yes, I always said that about Reggie Miller. I
Reggie
said
Miller
Reggie
was not a
Miller was
role
a
player.
spot up shooter. That's what I called Reggie Miller. That's the disrespect I have for Reggie Miller. I called Reggie Miller a spot up shooter. Somebody asked me about Reggie Miller one day. I said he's a spot up shooter. That's it.
It's
That's
crazy.
exactly what I said.
Rip Hamilton being the role player he was would be the best player on your team if he played today. Mm,
You said
crazy.
Rip Hamilton would be the best player. I agree. I just said I love Rip Hamilton. You acting like that was supposed to offend me. I love Rip Hamilton to death. I love him. But the role he played in that Detroit team was as a role player. That's what. So remember the conversation we had earlier when I said it's about getting a system and making players fit that, having players that fit that system that play
But
well together. That's
he fit the
exactly what
system
Detroit was. Detroit was a team full of guys that fit a system well and then played very well together and played very great together, right? And here's the crazy thing, right? A lot of people don't know this. One of my favorite starting five NBA teams of all time was that Detroit team. You could during that time, I literally because I had long hair back in the day. I used to go out with my afro out, puffed out with a headband on because you couldn't tell me I wasn't Ben Wallace. Like that was one of my Ben Wallace was one of my favorite centers of all time. Couldn't
I can
score a
tell you
lick.
because the
He,
foot shorter that you were actually Ben Wallace before he was traded from the Wizards for Isaac Austin had increased his points incrementally each year. What he did was he got the offensive rebounds, but as his role in that team was kick it
he
out to one of the wing guys. He
yeah.
could have
Whereas
easily got
before he
the
used to
rebound
put
and
back.
spin it back through.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, he could easily put back. Yeah, absolutely. But when I say like he couldn't score a lick, I mean he couldn't shoot a lick. Is really what I meant
He
to say.
couldn't shoot a lick, but he could still put up 20
But
points if he wanted to. You get 15
yeah,
rebounds a game and block shots, he could have easily put back at least 5 of those offensive
so
rebounds. Say, hey, there's 10 points right there.
this is that makes that's a perfect example of what I mean by when I say these guys were role players, right? They all played. When I say it, I don't mean it as disrespect to them. I'm meaning it as they all played a role to win that championship.
So
So
Dennis
they
Rodman,
all played a specific role. So like Ben Wallace, your job was play defense, get rebounds. We don't really want you to do anything else. Yes, you can score on putback, but we don't want you to. We want you to kick it out. So that was his role. So that's what he did. Rip Hamilton was told, you're going to run off these screens and you're going to catch this ball and put it up because you can't miss from mid range. And he can hit the three too, but he couldn't miss from mid range. So that's what he did. Chauncey was told, you're going to bring the ball up, you're going to pass, you're going to shoot threes. So that's what he did. You know what I mean? So that Rasheed Wallace, he was told, you're going to be a stretch four. We want you picking and popping. We want you can play down low, back guys down low, but we really want you facing up, shooting threes. He said,
Let me
okay.
ask you a question.
So
Let me ask you a question,
for,
Big
for me,
Reg.
that's what that team was. That team was
Let me
like a bunch of rules put together that worked. Go ahead.
Big Reg. Let me ask you a question. Who on that Detroit team was their scorer?
That's the point I'm getting at. They didn't have
But like Ronnie's saying, by that definition, every player is a role player. Like everybody has a certain role they play, but a role player in the NBA is a guy that either is coming off the bench or is a possibly a starter, but you don't depend on him. Rip, you
so that
depended on him.
that's so
You
that's what I felt like when I say Detroit was their starting five was role play. I felt like they were. That's what it was. Like, okay, so yes, they were dependent upon. Obviously, there was nobody else that could come in off the bench and play the roles they played, right? But I'm saying they were possibly the greatest role playing team of all time because of the way they fit together.
I wouldn't call them a role player. I would say they're possibly the most not like they possibly are the team that didn't have a star player like a Shaq, a Kobe, a Tim Duncan. Like they didn't
Yeah.
have that guy. Yeah, they didn't have that guy, but they all were good players
Oh
that
no,
thrived in the
absolutely. I
system.
agree.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can call Rip a role player though, because he could, like Bazel said earlier, he could have went on some other teams and would have been the star player. He just
No,
happened to be on the
absolutely.
team
I agree.
where he was able to fit like a puzzle, and that team fit together. So I don't think you can call him a role player, to be honest with you.
right? Because by your definition, Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen were role players.
Well, but you're looking outside of what I said though. What I said was that team. So when I'm talking about these guys as role players, I'm saying in that specific team. I'm not saying every player for what they do on their team. I'm saying the way that team was built together. That's why I went back to the conversation we had earlier where I said how teams have to be put together and have to mesh well together and all that and play specific roles. To be a dominant to be a good team and not have a dominant star player, I was saying earlier, you have to have players that fit together well and can play together well. And that's what that Detroit team was. So they all played their role. So when I say that's why I said best role playing team ever, I literally mean like they were the best at doing what they had to do to make that team work.
Well,
So
well,
I
but
get what you're saying though.
that doesn't make sense, Reg, because every team that wins a championship, they fit together to win.
That's
Which every team that wins a championship, they were able to figure it out. They fit together, and then they were able to win a championship. I think what you're confusing yourself with, like I said, that team didn't have the star. They had a bunch of good players that meshed well together, but they didn't have the star and then that secondary player and then a bunch of players are surrounding them. Whereas Detroit had good guys, Chauncey, Rip, Rashid. You had a defensive stopper in Ben Wallace, and then you had a bunch of Lindsey Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince. You
Yeah,
had those guys. So that's what I'm saying. I think you're getting a little confused. I think that Detroit team just didn't have that star. Oh my God, that's like, could he be considered the best player to play the game?
I
You
agree.
know,
I agree. But when you talk about teams that got together and didn't really mesh well, and what like okay, so you said no team that's ever won a championship didn't work well together. The first team I think of automatically is the Cavaliers with LeBron and Kyrie, right?
how did
So
they not work well? They went to the Eastern
that
Conference
to
Finals
me,
and the finals a couple times. Like,
yeah,
how
no, no,
did they
no,
not work well?
absolutely,
They
absolutely,
just
right?
ran
That
into
was
a team
based
that was
off of
better
yeah, but that was based off of that wasn't based off the whole team working well together. That was based off the fact that LeBron could go off and then Kyrie could go off. So it was two players
and
more
you didn't
more
have,
so
well,
than
hold
a
up, you didn't
full
have
team.
Kevin Love, you didn't have Shumpert, you didn't have J.R.
Yeah,
Smith,
but come on,
you didn't have all those guys.
Kevin Love was half of what he was in Minnesota when he got to Cleveland.
I mean, he was still an all-star. He was still a decent
He
player
turned into Kevin Love legitimately turned into a spot up shooter when he went to Cleveland.
because
It
because
was
So Chris Bosh was a
because
role
he
player.
wasn't because he wasn't the focal point of that offense. LeBron was. So obviously
Chris Bosh was in
he's going to
Miami.
change. His game's going to
Yeah, but
change
I'm saying in Miami, Chris Bosh was a role player because he took a loss on points and other stats.
It's not
So he was
so
a role
look,
player.
yeah, but what we're talking about is not we're not talking about how many points they scored, right? We're talking about how they fit as a team. Okay?
But
Bosh,
you said Kevin
Wade,
Love was
and
half of what he
yeah, but
was.
he just said every team that won the championship fit well together. I'm saying Cleveland didn't necessarily fit well together. They had the right two superstars. Whereas Miami,
how
they
did
actually meshed well together. Where you
Reg?
get Ray Allen, the shooter,
Reg
yeah.
Reg? How did they not mesh well together? They went to the Eastern Conference Finals and the finals a bunch of times together.
Yeah, but
You literally had a superstar in Kevin Love, who was a proven superstar in Minnesota, and he came to the Cavaliers and he changed his game. Now, if he didn't change his game, that would have affected the team, and they wouldn't have been good as they were. But
so
he changed his game, and they made it work, and they got to the finals. They just ran into the Warriors, who was a great team at that time.
so my thing was
So I'm not
right.
understanding where you're going with that.
My thing was they got to the finals. First off, we all know it was the Eastern Conference at the time. We all know that. But it was Freight Train James and Kyrie Irving. At the time, they were probably the two best players in the East. They had no choice but to get who's going to stop them? Paul George and the Pacers? Who's going to stop
Reg,
them?
that I mean, what you want to? So now you're going to sit there and say, well, that's their fault. Like
I'm
they're
not
the
saying
two
that's
best.
their fault. I'm not saying that it's their fault. They didn't have the amount of competition they needed. But what I'm saying is that they had the star power behind LeBron and Kyrie to where they didn't have to be a great team to make it to the finals. They didn't have to
Yeah,
be.
and they still beat a great team to win the championship.
Yes, and why was that? Because of Kyrie hitting one of the greatest on-time clutch shots of all time, and then LeBron being freight train James.
And
Nobody
then
else
you put and
mattered in
then
that series.
nobody
Like
else
Kevin Love,
mattered. Nobody
not in
else.
that
So
series.
you're telling me out of whatever 100 points they were scoring, LeBron scored 50 and Kyrie Irving scored 50.
No, of course other people are going to put in points, but
So
at the end of the
those players
day,
matter,
yeah.
right? Because if
So
they don't
okay,
show up,
so boom, I'm gonna put it just like this, right? No LeBron James on that team. Where did they go?
that's any team with no
Hold on,
LeBron
hold on.
James.
Okay, so this is my point. If they're that well of a put together team, when you take those star players off, they should still be able to do their job and get to the
Reg,
playoffs. They don't have
Reg,
to be a
you're
championship team.
taking 30 points away. who's going to make up that 30 points? Maybe
So,
Kevin Love's going to make up 10 of those points, and maybe another person might make up another 15 or 10. But you're taking
but you
away
just told
not
me
only
Kevin
points,
Love was that
but
dude, though.
what
You
happened?
said Kevin Love was that dude when he went there. You said
No,
he
he
only
changed.
took
He
a step
changed
back
his
because
game. He
stepped back
changed his
on
game to
purpose.
fit. Okay, but he could probably been that dude in the East. He probably would have that Cavaliers team would have probably been, I would say, a 6th or 5th seed with just Kevin Love and pieces around him. They would have, because it would, like you said, it was in the East, but they would have.
They had Kevin Love though after LeBron left, and they did
and
nothing.
would have. Well, Kevin Love was hurt most of the time. Then
Yeah,
they
that
had
was
just
that.
went.
That was
They
that
went.
first
They
year.
did.
That was that first year without him. Yeah, Kevin Love was hurt that first year. But after
Did they
that,
still?
Kevin Love was still not. He was never the same again.
Well, yeah, because the guy had played forever in Minnesota, went to Cleveland. So you got to remember when you go on these long playoff runs that they were going on, they were playing until June, and then had to be back by August, and would be
Oh no,
back
yeah, no,
playing
I
regular
know.
season games by September. It took his toll on him, and he
You might
wasted all
want to
those
check
years in
the
Minnesota.
top.
What happened?
Yeah, but that just makes my point to what I was saying about the Pistons being a team that was built together well. Whereas
Did you?
I'm making the point that the Cavaliers weren't built together well. They just had two superstars.
But the definition
Uh,
of a role player is one who can't change or take chances with his role. These guys, if Ben Wallace decided he wanted to shoot a couple shots, they were not taking him out the game. If Chauncey Billups decided to shoot a three from half court, they were not taking him out.
Absolutely not. This is why. So listen, this is why I keep saying y'all are not understanding what I'm saying. I said in that Detroit team, because you're acting like I'm saying those guys were just that's their definition as NBA players. They were role players. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in that Detroit team, they worked so well because they played their roles specifically. Did night in, night out, nothing changed. That was them for the year. Now, if you're asking me to name a role player in the NBA right now, like I said, MPJ, Michael Porter Jr. That's a regular role player to me, right? But he's nowhere near as good as anybody on that starting five for Detroit was by
A,
any means. He
a role
couldn't lace
player,
their shoes.
yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you're using the term incorrectly. A role player is somebody who
But
comes
that
out, does
so
their 12 to 15 minutes, and if they deviate from what their specialty is, they will be yanked out the game within the next 2 minutes.
this is
That is a
where
role.
I'm saying you're misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm not
I
saying that they
understand what you're
are
saying.
role players. I'm saying they played a role in that system. That's why I said go back to the conversation we had earlier, where I said teams that are built to be together and play well in a system will work out better than what Kyrie and KD did because they weren't built to play in a system together. Because
Right,
of the coach, it was terrible. That's why you were saying about the coaching and stuff.
we're talking, but we're
That's all
talking
I'm
about
saying.
role players. We're not talking about players' roles. We were just talking about role players.
Actually, we
And
weren't talking about role players at all. We were talking about how Kyrie and KD didn't fit together. And then I said how the Nets had a good, I mean, not the Nets, I'm sorry. The Nuggets had a good system. And they had players in it that played a role and it fit and it worked well. And then I said that is the reason why Detroit was so good. Because Detroit, with not having a superstar, they played together so well. They played their roles so well. And y'all took that and said, oh, so you're calling them role players? I never said they were actual role players.
if
I
you
said
go back,
they
you
played
literally
their
said,
roles. I said Rip Hamilton in Detroit. In
Was a role
Detroit. I
player.
specifically said in Detroit was a role player. Chauncey Billups
So
in
you're
Detroit.
calling him a role
Yes.
player, Reg?
But I'm saying in
You
that
just said
system.
that.
you
But I'm
said
saying
role
in the
player.
system.
You
I'm
said
saying in
role
the system.
player. That's where this started.
And
Big
okay,
Reg.
but you're not listening to me. I'm saying in the system. So if you're so listen, here's I'm gonna break it down like this, right?
So hold on.
If
Big
I
Reg.
tell you,
Hold
if I
on.
tell you,
Hold on. For the Lakers, when Shaq played the triangle, was he not playing a role?
yes, but that's different. You're
Was
not getting what
Kobe
I'm
not
saying.
playing a role?
Shaq was a superstar though. Shaq
Was
was
Shaq
also a
not playing a
superstar.
role?
Kobe was a super.
Was
If you take Shaq and Kobe off that team, they're not making the playoffs.
that's if you take anybody off of a team.
We're
But what I'm
talking. You
saying is,
basically.
if you got but here's what I'm saying, right? Okay, I'm gonna put it like this.
So if you
had
would have took
another,
Rip off that
if you
Detroit
took,
team, would they have
hold
made
on,
the
hold on.
playoffs? If you take Rip,
if you take another player that does exactly what Rip does,
no, that's not what we're asking. That's
not
what we're asking. If you take Rip off that team, is that team making the playoffs?
Do you have another guard to shoot the ball like that? Then absolutely.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
If you
listen, you can replace Rip with any other two guard that's going to shoot, and they're going to make the playoffs.
So if you would have put Lindsey Hunter as the two guard in that team, they would have made the playoffs?
No, I said any other two guard that could shoot. Lindsey Hunter was not
Lindsey
a two
Hunter
guard.
could shoot.
Lindsey Hunter was a point guard.
Lindsey Hunter, he played the 2-2. He played the 2.
I said any other two guard that can shoot. So if you give me another guy that's just going to literally willingly just run off screens and shoot off the pick and roll, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely they would have.
Jordan Poole, okay.
Absolutely they would have.
Reg, I think you're not understanding what you're
I don't hesitate to believe that. I don't hesitate to believe that. If they got another guard, all you need to be able to do is shoot at that point.
Why aren't you bringing up Ronnie's comments?
That's it. I believe they won the chip still.
No, hell no. Hell no, they don't win that chip. If it wasn't for Rip Hamilton,
I'm not saying the same thing though, B. I'm not saying replace Rip Hamilton with Rip Hamilton. I said give me any two guard that'll shoot.
No, that's not what you said. You said replace him with any guard that does what he does.
So I said replace him with any guard that's willing to run off the pick and shoot. Yes, as long as they're willing to do the job. That's why I said those guys fit together so well because they were willing to do the job. If you give me any guy that's willing to do the job, that's not true. That's the plan. It's not true.
How is that not true? The Lakers literally had a superstar in Kobe who then would tone down his game for Shaq so he could be the dominant player he was, and then would go turn around when he needed to be, would turn around and show up. He's playing a role, just like you said.
Not every player is willing to tone down their game or just play a role. We all know this. That's why certain teams in the NBA don't work. Because not every player is willing to take that backseat. That's the conversation we were just having about Kyrie. Kyrie is not willing to tone himself down for another player or a system. That's why not everybody works in every system. That's why I said the Cavs didn't work as well as people think they did, because if they didn't have LeBron and they just had some other dude that could dunk the ball, it wouldn't have worked. They needed a personality to say, all right, Kyrie, you're going to have to take the backseat. You're going to have to. Because Kyrie is not willing to. Kyrie will never be willing to take a backseat to somebody. He needs to have one of the top 5 usage rates in the league every year. He has to. That's Kyrie. Luka is not going to take a backseat to anybody. He's a ball handler. It's what he does. That's why they don't work in Dallas. Now these guys over here trying to take turns handling the ball and never passing it to each other. That's not going to work. That's what I'm saying. Not every player in the league is willing to take a backseat. That's like saying every wide receiver in the NFL is willing to give up half his catches when they're not really willing to. They want them catches because they want Stephon Diggs. He wants all those catches. Stephon Diggs is mad because Josh Allen wasn't throwing him the ball more than what he was already throwing them.
He wasn't throwing it accurately.
Yeah, of course he's not throwing it accurately. He's Josh Allen. But I mean, he was mad because Josh Allen. But look at that playoff game. He's mad because Josh Allen didn't throw him the ball on one of the last plays. It was like, yeah, I get it. My teammate was kind of open, but it's me though. Throw me the ball, and that's kind of how Kyrie is. That's how certain guys in the NBA are that way. It's like, it's me though. Like, look at KD when he left the Warriors. It was because Draymond Green took the last shot instead of giving him the ball. It all depends on the situation, the coaches, and how they fit together. KD said, no, I'm the guy. I'm supposed to take that shot, not you.
And look how stupid
Draymond Green called him a B word.
And look how stupid he is.
I agree.
The biggest, dumbest mistake he's ever made.
I agree. He left, and that was dumb. He should have stayed and got another ring. I agree.
Another ring. They probably would have went a three-peat.
Absolutely.
Since the Lakers to go three-peat.
What up, Mike?
What's up?
No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. If he stayed there, they win another couple championships. Hands down. But again, the ego. So that's why I say not every player, when you say any player would have been able to step in there and be like, oh, yeah, I'll run off these streets and take shots if that's all you want me to do. They're not every player would have did that. That's just unfortunately how the league is. Who did y'all take, Jay? I didn't even see it.
The guard from Indiana.
Jalen
Okay, you
Hood.
like that? Y'all like that pick? Show you like that pick?
I haven't. I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched college, so I don't know much about this guy. He's a guard. I mean, you have AR-15. Who else do we have at guard? D'Angelo Russell, if he leaves, or most likely he's going to leave. Um, I mean, we need a guard, but this has got to be a guard. He's got to be like a spot up shooter guard because even though LeBron is getting older and still, he's still going to want the ball in his hands. So you're going to need a guard that can spot up and shoot. Homeboy's mom, though, or is that his girlfriend? I don't know. Man.
Does this mean that you guys won't be re-signing Austin Reeves? Oh, Jay
No,
said
I
he's
don't.
a
I think D'Angelo Russell's out.
Jay says
I
he's
think
a 6'6" point guard.
Pointer. Yeah, I think D'Angelo Russell's out, and
And he's styling all offense.
and AR-15 stays.
So yeah, I think AR-15 is out too. I think he's gonna get overpaid in free agency, and I don't think the Lakers need to. I don't think it's a dire situation where they need to match that pay at all. Honestly, especially if y'all end up going through with that trade and trading for Trey Young.
No. It's not. That's not going to happen now because they would have traded the 17 pick. Yeah, because they would have traded the 17 pick. So
well, it's still possible. Maybe the guard was somebody that they wanted in that trade. It's possible.
That could be. But if I don't know, we'll see. I don't think you trade AD. I think you give it one more year, and I think honestly, LeBron was just way too hurt.
Yeah, he played through the year with didn't he have like a fracture in his foot or something like that?
Yeah, flashes something. They would Brady would know more. Yeah, that he played that with the whole playoffs.
Yeah,
so he wasn't even 100% in the playoffs.
I mean, you could tell every once in a while when he would drive, when he would let up, that everybody been something wrong. Because we're all used to, him going full head of steam at the rim.
And he was clanking through threes like it was the thing to do.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The Lakers are still going to contend. I mean, as long as you got LeBron, and anybody else to help them, you're going to be a contender. And AD is that dude. I like AD.
Hey, Whitnor is sliding to the Wizards. That's what it is.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there he is. He said, "I'm ready to argue. Let's go."
Please fix this, Rodney.
So hold up.
Before we start, Rodney, can you lower your camera just a little bit?
No,
this annoys me because I can't.
I know. I literally can't. It's on top of my.
You want to see his beard?
Yeah, but you can't. You can't turn the monitor down.
Nah,
or the camera.
Can
you lift your seat up?
And it just lifts back. You know, why don't you not worry about it so much?
Can you get a booster? Can you get a booster, please?
How about you not worry about it? All I wanted to ask is, can you please name me a player who doesn't have a role?
Oh no, I don't disagree with that. Every player has a role.
Every player is a role player. So what are you talking about?
But not every player with a role does good at it.
Yeah, because some players are bad.
So my point was, those guys were very good at what they did.
Yeah, they won a championship, but you can't then say that Cleveland wasn't well built, because Kevin Love did, he had a diminished role from Minnesota, and then say Miami was well built, even though Chris Bosh had a diminished role from Toronto.
Well, I thought Cleveland wasn't well built because I felt like their players actually clashed, and I felt like their position when they had their starter five out there, it wasn't to me. This is to me watching Cleveland. It looked clunky, like it wasn't supposed to be there. Like nothing ever flows.
You finished first, right? Hold up, but they finished first, right?
You're saying that you prefer a different style of basketball. That's what you're saying. Not that they were poorly built or didn't fit together. They built a team that said, "Hey, offensively, we're going to rely on two guys to do the bulk of the scoring, and everybody else, Tristan Thompson's going to go out there and grab every rebound. Dellavedova gonna, I guess, annoy people. I don't know. They told him specifically, but that doesn't mean that it's poorly built. It's just a different style of team.
That does mean they was poorly built.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know exactly.
How you gonna say they poorly built when they won the title?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You could be poorly built and won the title.
No, the hell you can't.
When you got that guy,
the hell you can.
When you got that guy,
how many years has LeBron been in the NBA?
Listen, not every player is going to win every year.
That's what you're saying. When you got that guy, you're going to win, right?
You're always going to be a contender when you got that guy.
That's not true.
They missed the playoffs in LA.
When Kobe was put in, when Kobe was in his prime, dumping 40-point games, eight or 9 games in a row, what happened to the Lakers? We missed the playoffs. They weren't good. You could be that guy. You got to still have. You guys still have a team.
But were they not still being a good team? Here's my point, though. Were they not still contenders for the playoffs? Like,
no,
they were there.
No, they weren't. With Chris Mim and Smush Parker and Kwame Brown. No.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Did you hear what you just said, though? It was Kwame. Like
it was Kobe. It was Kobe.
Kwame was the worst jinx I've ever seen.
It was Kobe.
Yeah, it was Kobe, but it was Kwame.
Look at, I don't think anything Kwame. Reg, look at Bronny's looking down. He's Googling.
I know he's Googling.
I'm looking at what the Lakers did. I'm not looking at
I
don't need to Google that. I've had this argument with Suge many times. How Kobe ran out there with Caron Butler and Lamar Odom and won 30 games.
Shut up, Bronny. I don't like bringing that
up. Listen, Kwame Brown to me was the biggest kind of. He was broken, right? Michael Jordan broke him. Okay, so whenever he went to any team after that, all he did was drag him down. Because Michael Jordan literally broke him mentally.
Damn, is this his guy's
destroyed any chance that man had of making a career for himself.
He ain't dragged the Lakers down. Let me tell you that.
His name being on the roster alone did it. I promise you, he's one of those guys. And I thought he had that bad. As soon as Mike drafted him, man, he had that bad juju on him. He was no more.
Speaking of bad juju. I was gonna make a joke. Never mind.
Man, look who Golden State just picked.
Wow.
Where's Mr. Hendo at?
Listen, he got the link.
I'm surprised Bronny's here. He's usually on his tavern right now.
Well, this is the computer where I play the tavern game, so I can multitask.
Okay.
Nah, I'm not playing now. I'm just waiting for.
Now you got two monitors.
Reggie, tell me how role players don't play a role, or players with a role aren't role players.
Hold on a second here. Hold on.
I feel like
I'm messing with some equipment right now
over this argument.
Oh no, I'm messing with some equipment. Hold on.
Why is it all these basketball players, their girlfriends and their moms be looking bomb?
Because they know it's going to be.
Yeah, they about to get money. They went and they would have put it all on credit. They're like, get me a facelift, some lipo, some finish 6.
Nothing. I did that, honey.
Look, and they done convince him, hey, I gotta look good that day. If not, they're gonna be like, damn, his girl was ugly as shit before he got money. Peer pressure.
What up, Big Regg's wife? Hope you're well. Hope you're having a great day.
Yes, that was Lola. That was definitely Lola. On his stairs.
Damn, Jordan Poole reportedly unfollows Golden State Warriors players.
Well, yeah.
They trade.
Let's be real. He should have been
let me tell you
people
something.
when he got punched in the face.
Hey, let me tell you something. I get traded somewhere. I'm unfollowing Lunch Break Hot Take in a hot minute. I ain't staying around.
Well, why
Six, I'm out. 6, I'm out. You want to put me on the trader block?
Lakers might be getting Draymond Green.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Ronnie could be happy.
No, he's not.
Miss Davidson, we know why you win all the arguments because Reg is terrible at it.
What you mean? I won my battle.
Which battle was that?
Yeah, what battle was that?
Them, sir.
The battle with the Glizzy?
Hold on 1 second. Nah, I lost that battle.
I bet you did.
Fight.
I bet you did.
You tapped out.
You tapped out.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
So the Lakers drafted another tall guy who can't shoot. That's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, probably.
No, he's 6'4".
Outstanding. He's 6'6".
Who?
The guy the Lakers drafted. Jalen Hood Chapino.
It says he's 6'4" here. I don't know.
Everything I see says 6'6".
I'm on the NBA's website, so they could be wrong.
Rodney's right.
That's great. But whether he's 6'4" or 6'6", he shot 33% from 3. So that ain't great.
I mean, 6'4" is not that tall in the NBA.
Okay. He's 6'6", but whatever.
I don't care either way. Basketball is basketball. It is what it is. That's why I said the NBA website could be wrong. I really don't care.
My daughter has been swimming for like 4 hours, Rodney.
Been what?
She's been swimming for 4 hours.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought those are the best days.
I don't know, because then she passes out.
That's why it says the best days.
Jesus Christ.
I know
so NBA says he's 6'4", and then ESPN in their draft summary, like, where they just list the round, says he's 6'5", and then if you click on him to go to his profile, he's 6'6".
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know who's.
So he gonna be a 7-footer by the start of the season.
Well, it also says listed as, so some years Shaq was 7'1", some years he was 6'11", and he stood next to Akeem.
But that man was always 300 pounds. I'll tell you that much.
Right, but when he stood next to Akeem for the Dream Team picture, they were the same height, and Akeem would be either 7 foot or listed as 6'11". So I kind of just gave up on caring.
Akeem won that all either, but Hendo's on his way. He said he's gonna be here too, so I'm still waiting on Reg's explanation of what a role player is.
I want to know who the 6'5" guard forward is that they signed. It looks like an Orlando signing.
Who?
This guard forward that the Golden State Warriors just drafted. Brandon Podziemski.
What school he goes to?
Wow, you ready to go night there, Shug?
I went to go do Uber, and I didn't get any orders, but I won like 5 or 6 lottery scratchers. Made like $60, so I basically made my money. Because I try to make at least 60 or 70 a night.
Oh, Brooklyn got back-to-back picks.
Where's Jose at?
I don't know. I want to see where this Lakers trade is at.
I don't think it's going to happen now.
It's going to happen.
Who do you want to trade AD?
I would be fine with trading AD or just trading that player and a couple other role players to Indiana, like they were talking about for Hield and Turner. But yeah, I'd be fine with trading Davis also. I mean, why not?
Even if you could keep Davis and get maybe Kyrie or James Harden.
I don't want Kyrie. You spent the last hour talking about why you don't want Kyrie on a basketball team. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? No.
That's exactly why I said that.
But no, I don't want Kyrie Irving anywhere near the Lakers.
That's exactly why I said that.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodney, you know what you need to start doing when you stream? You need to put a donation thing for your trip, so people can help you for your trip.
That is true. That's facts. I need to do that.
So go on with a little thing, and if anybody wants to donate for Rodney to go to Japan,
yes,
we're gonna set up a thing. Donate to Rodney to go to Japan because I need him to go. I need him to go pull the one ring for me so we can make money.
This is a perfect time for that 2-foot glizzy story.
I already told you that story. Though.
No, we got some BS mumbo jumbo. Let me dodge all the details, like kind of thing. We didn't get. You got to set the scene, run down what happened, why you guys met, eye contact while eating 2-foot glizzies at the same time. I need all that.
Nobody made eye contact.
I heard it was eye contact. And you guys kind of exchanged.
This is the part of the stream where I bid you adieu.
You ain't got to worry about it. It's not a conversation we're having.
I'm not online for the glizzy talk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're here for the NBA draft. It's not a conversation we're having.
No, right. I know you like those conversations. I'm saying
why you brought it up. So I mean,
although I see how they make hot dogs today, I seen a video, and let's discuss it. Go ahead.
Yeah. My question is for the meetup. What kind of shots are we taking, Big Regg? You, me, and your wife. What are we taking?
She doesn't drink.
She doesn't. So she's gonna take care of you. She's gonna take care. So my girl and your girl are gonna take care of me and you. Cool. We got.
Yeah, she don't really.
We about to take shots up the ass.
Yeah, she don't.
That sounded bad.
You're doing what now?
We're gonna take shots.
Hold on.
A bunch of shots.
Can somebody clip that and just make it short?
You tripping.
That did sound bad. I done messed that up.
Yeah, you tripping on that. That was the alcohol talking.
I haven't even started drinking yet.
So we know what's on your mind.
Like, no,
I was trying to say we're gonna take a bunch of shots. That's what I was trying to say.
That was real demonic. That was crazy.
But then I said the other words, and now it sounds all bad. But it is what it is.
See, I can't.
No, I don't know why you messaging me on Discord. Get on the stream.
Ain't about that life.
Who? Hendo?
Yeah.
I dropped him the link.
He need to get on so we can talk about them trading CP3 for Austin Reeves.
Man.
Like, I'm literally praying this happens. I'm just letting you guys know.
Whitmore just got picked up by Houston. Houston got a nice little young squad over there. Like, they're trying to build something.
Yeah, man. There's always like 3 or 4 teams in the NBA. They got a lot of young talent that never really develops, and those players go somewhere else and they flourish, and that team is still trash. You know this, right? Orlando?
I knew he was gonna do that. I knew he was gonna go there with that.
But they're one of them, though, right?
Here's how I knew he was gonna go there with that.
It takes a lot.
Soon as I said
because I was talking about
Orlando was the first thing that popped in mind. When I
was talking about teams that are trash.
I don't deny it. I don't deny it by any means.
Talking about the Wagner brothers going to take us to the promised land. No.
Well, I ain't saying Wagner is going to take us to the promised land. I just say he could give you 20 points a game.
Anybody can give you 20 points a game, Reg. Who else is scoring in Orlando? Who?
Paolo.
I mean, it took you a long time to get that one.
Listen, I literally sat here and went up and down the roster real quick. It was like, Paolo, that's it. That's it. I wanted to say a different name so bad.
You got one guy who can score, and your boy Franz still didn't hit 20.
I wanted to say, huh?
Hendo's in the chat ducking that wreck, talking about he ain't about that life.
Yeah, he don't want to hop on here. Hendo trying to sit back and relax and enjoy his stream rather than joining the stream.
I mean, we missed if it would have been earlier, we could have saw Hendo crying live on stream after they traded Jordan Poole for Chris Paul.
Real tears. Real tears.
I'm forever grateful to Hendo and the Golden State Warriors organization for jumping up and taking that bullet, though, because I was very afraid that the Lakers were going to bring that man in.
I thought so for a little while. I thought so, but I think LeBron himself gave up on the factor of. I think he looked at it and said, "Hey, Chris, if you can't win a championship and stay healthy to play with Devin Booker, KD, you know, yeah, I don't know what I can do for you out here." Like, he's like, "I'm getting." LeBron was like, "I'm getting older. You already old. You don't play half the season. I'm good. I need somebody to come here that's actually gonna help."
Mm-hmm.
Because
And then they drafted some kid from Indiana.
you sound so disappointed.
I am disappointed, and if they keep him, I am disappointed in that because he's not on the Lakers timeline right now. You know what I mean? Like they could get lucky, and he comes in and he's a difference maker, but most likely that's not going to happen. And even if he's good, it'll take a few years, and in a few years the Lakers are going to be trash. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see you saying that. I don't know if y'all be well. I was gonna say I don't know if y'all be trash, but then what? LeBron's probably leaving after this year to go wherever his son goes, and who knows what AD is gonna do.
Well, even if he stays, I mean, we don't. Let's say 3 years down the line, he'd be 41, 42. He ain't.
Yeah, that's true.
LeBron, and you can't count on AD to carry you anywhere. You saw that in New Orleans.
So. Yeah. Hey man, maybe that's what this pick was, though. Maybe this pick was a preparation for the future, and where they're really going to make a difference is in free agency.
I think what this pick was the Atlanta Hawks covet Jalen, whatever the hell his name is, and they need a new point guard because Trae Young is going to be a Laker.
That's what I was saying to Suge before. I was like, it could be that Atlanta wanted this kid, and they're still going to make the trade.
Yeah.
The way Rodney's face lights up when he comes up with these scenarios that are about to work out.
I didn't know that scenario. That's not my scenario. That's what's happening.
5-year-old Rodney comes out and it's just like, so he doesn't just cuss everybody out all the time.
I don't cuss anybody out.
The joy.
Y'all have never seen me cuss somebody out.
What you say and what you mean behind your words. We know what you mean behind the words that you're actually saying.
You've cussed me out many times.
I have not cussed you out many times, and I mean the things that I say. What do you mean you going, man? You better get on this stream.
Hendo and Jada Six got some things in common with being in the chat room, but not on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jay got kids.
To be fair, Jay's afraid, and it's not of his kids.
Well, I thought he was doing a show.
We do have that proof from that one stream. That is very true. I was in fear for Jay's life that time.
Jay is fearing for his safety right now. That's a whole different thing.
That does bring the question if he's going to do the second round stream.
Jay just caught a stray because I needed to get that shot off at Hendo. That's all.
Listen, Jay is a victim in his own home. We will leave that man alone.
I love how I noticed.
If he has to go play Fortnite, he has to go play Fortnite.
His wife would leave him alone.
I don't see Jay. Jay, why aren't you streaming off Twitch anymore? Or go to Kick?
All right, all that Fortnite, y'all ain't streaming.
Everybody's going to Kick now.
Well, they just made a $1 million signing of homeboy that was on Twitch. Rodney, if you can look that up because you're the lookup master. I don't know who he is, but they just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with this
good barking boys.
He's good at looking stuff up. I'm not.
What did you just put in here, Jay?
Okay.
Oh no! No! Oh no, Suge.
What happened? He
go look in the promotions.
Yeah, I know.
I need to know what this sinister laugh is for.
Go look in the Discord in the promotion center.
Oh god, that was the promotion channel. I'm downloading that.
Which promotion?
No, not promotion. It's in Founders Room.
Oh, in the founder, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
That's all right. I'll go ahead and transplant that to the general room.
You absolutely, Jose absolutely has to download
that. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Oh man,
that's messed up, Jay.
Hey, there's nothing I can do about it. I said it.
Yeah, yes, you did. Just like that time when you said you were a Ravens fan.
Shut up.
I recorded that.
I think, yeah, we all still got that one. I don't think that's true.
Oh, definitely you. You don't work.
Yes, I might be leaving too.
Why?
Well, I got to see what my former boss is talking about with this other offer. See how much she's talking about. Because
man, you better.
I don't want to go, but I'm saying if it's a lot more, then I gotta go.
Yeah.
Hey, but I doubt it will be. We'll see.
They just sent that today.
Money talk.
Well, she left me a message like 2 days ago. Asked if I want to come back. How you gonna say terrible when you just hopped off the stream
randomly too?
Yeah, like didn't say nothing, just left. And you're in the illustration and everything. And you just got up and went. Terrible people. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's still Hendo in the chat.
And they gave Hendo all the fire he needed, didn't he?
Wow. I sent Hendo the link again though. Well, stop being on your phone. And if your phone's rebooting, why are you in the chat? Why don't you join from the device that you're chatting on?
I think he's got 2 phones.
Then he could be in here on the other one.
That's true.
Oh.
Wow.
You have to come on the stream now. You got to see him face to face. You can't just say that.
That's true. y'all got to come on and debate that out. Y'all gonna have to serve up all that smoke.
I wouldn't even call him that.
That's hurtful right there.
It is. You know how sensitive he is about his eating habits? Should have made him turn his camera off for 45 minutes that day.
We ain't started nothing.
No, Suge did.
What did Suge do?
He started all this talk about Brandon and Glizzy's. That was you.
Yes, yes, that is the one that did it. Yep. Suge and Brandon was going at it that night.
His face. Jay, why won't it let me download the thing?
Oh, I'm sure Jay can just send it to you.
No. You can send me the link, but I'm talking about downloading it.
No, I'm saying he can just send you the file because he
didn't. It's not a file. It's a link.
No, I understand that he posted a link, Suge. I'm saying that he would have. I thought he downloaded it and uploaded it.
He probably just clicked it. I don't know. No, because it's a YouTube link. I did not want. Why don't you talk and say that instead of
why ban him from the chat? Ban him from the chat.
I see I was hot dogs, and the next thing you know, here comes Suge. Well, why don't you turn your camera back on so we can see? Wait, what?
No, I said, why is your camera off? And you're like, I'm eating.
And you were,
and we're like, what are you
boy.
eating? And then see, why you mistelling the story? Because then you said, well, I just ate 4 hot dogs really quick. I was like, well, why don't you turn the camera on? We can make some money off that. See, don't
exactly.
Misconstruity. I didn't say I wanted to watch. I said we could make money off that.
He wanted to pimp you, is what he was saying.
I was about to say it. Yeah, essentially,
he had the idea so he could watch. Like nobody else did that. And you also said you guys could throw them at me if I'm going to make money off of it. If you pay me to get hit in the face, then I'll go ahead.
Hey,
that's because Suge is secure in who he is.
Hell yeah! If you gonna throw money my way, you can throw hot dogs on my face all day.
Bring the camera off for 45 minutes.
I don't care.
But that's
all right. We'll need 45 minutes.
What about and what's your response to Hendo? Yeah, a little message for you.
Anything that Hendo said, but if Hendo wanted to address me about the situation, he'd be in the stream right now, now wouldn't he?
Oh,
listen, can't argue with that, Hendo.
Not much we can say about that one.
West Coast people are some freaks. I was just trying to, be in peace. I'm not on camera to be eating food and whatnot. What the hell I look like?
Hey, Fears.
I mean, you look like you were enjoying it until Suge said something.
I wasn't on the camera for Suge to see.
Okay.
Hendo, we were just talking about the draft. We were just talking about how the Lakers may trade that pick and try to get Trae Young.
Every time I ask Hendo who he thinks they're going to draft, I don't get no damn response, no nothing. I asked Hendo 3 times, who y'all going to draft? Who do you want to draft for your team? Hendo, all of a sudden, he's blind. He can't see.
Damn.
Hendo was trying to Google the name of the player that they drafted. See what he know about.
I thought Hendo was Mr. Basketball.
No, that's Ferris. Ferris knows basketball.
And Ferris show up for glizzy conversations. What the hell?
Ferris just happened to miss, most of the sports talk.
I'm never getting on the screen
at that one moment where we was off subject.
If you live farther west in Texas, I will never be on a stream with you again because it always goes.
So what you're saying is you're not going to be on a stream with me. Cool. Okay.
Hey, look, you got to move to the normal part of the world because that's San Francisco.
I ain't moving shit. And I don't live in San Francisco. I live in LA, but okay.
While I got y'all here, though.
Oh, Lord.
It's off subject, but what did y'all think of that first episode of on Marvel?
Didn't watch it yet.
Of the
I haven't watched it. I know what happens, but I haven't watched it yet. I know what happens, but I haven't watched it.
I'm waiting for it all to come out to stream it real quick.
Let's spoil Bronny. What? I don't understand how y'all complain about that.
Because some people like to watch the.
It's not
you don't like binging. Why? So why? And you can't understand that other people do. And you do like binging, just not TV shows. So I don't know why. I really don't understand why.
What do I binge?
Alcohol on the weekends.
Oh.
Was that a serious question? I'm sorry.
Touche. No, I don't like binging TV shows. I think a lot of people. I like the one episode a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought it was
hipsters is what you are.
At first,
we were watching that shit like in the 80s and 90s like that.
I know, and now it's coming back around because you're goddamn hipsters.
No, it was great back in the 90s.
No, it wasn't. It's much better now, and you can still watch it one episode at a time if you want, but you don't want to do that. You want to ruin it for everyone else, like some goddamn hipsters.
Why are you so angry?
I'm sorry. You want to know why I'm so mad? Because I can't watch the show that just came out that I want to watch because they only put one episode out because of people like you. That's why. That's why.
What show is that? Oh, it's okay.
I'm gonna watch The Bear. You know why? Because they put out the whole season, like goddamn adults.
Yeah. Then what do you do after that?
Then I'll watch something else. Sure.
No, you got to spread it out.
No, I don't.
Rodney said,
I like binge watching too. I'm not gonna lie. I wish they would just drop them all, so I could just watch the whole series.
They did that for Cobra Kai, and I watched that whole series in one day.
That's because
it's much easier to tie everything in together.
Your lack of self-control is not my problem.
Hey, don't put my business out.
I mean, man, I don't mind watching them while they're putting them out weekly, but it seems like it takes so long for the next episode to come.
Yeah, it takes a
when
week.
they do them that way. Yeah.
If
they just put them all out at once, I could binge watch and I could put the story together way better than having to go back and rewatch now the episode that I've already watched because I want to re-catch myself up on what's happened.
Oh, you got some memory issues, but I mean,
I do. I have terrible memory issues. I'm not gonna lie.
The most annoying part is that some shows they'll come on. It's like, oh yeah, every Thursday, and then it'll be like 2 weeks in between an episode for no reason at all, and then they'll be like, okay, yeah, we're back to every Thursday. Like it's pointless. Like if you go on,
usually that is like a season finale or something like that, where they do that.
And they'll say I pay for streaming, not weekly TV shows like it's the 80s.
Exactly. If I want to watch the next episode, I should be able
to. Yeah, I should be able to watch the entire season right then and there if I want to. I don't understand why they do that.
TV at 8:00 because you said so. That ain't gonna work out for me. Sorry.
And then you can watch one episode at a time.
No.
Yeah,
they should at least market it.
I would rather make you guys wait.
Do it because you're an asshole.
You can make us wait. Then I realize it's not worth the wait every week, and I'll just start watching something else.
And that's exactly why. That's exactly why I didn't watch. What was it called? That HBO show with the cowboy land where they're all robots.
Westworld.
That's why I never went back to that. They took too long. One a week, and I'm like, man, forget it. It's not that good.
Well, no. Also, HBO back in those days, HBO like still had the HBO channel, and they dropped everything on HBO channel.
They still do that, Ferris.
I know, and that was one of their main things. So they weren't gonna.
Yeah, no, HBO does everything week by week. I hate it.
Yeah. It's kind of like
right. Off the cake piece by piece. We ain't got time for this bullshit.
Isn't that how you eat cake piece by piece?
Fuck no. I cut how much I think I'm going to eat for the business.
That's a piece.
That's a piece.
Cut how much I think I'm going to eat.
Yeah,
if I eat
still a piece,
I just put down. I sit the plate down and I start eating with the fork.
It's still a piece. You taking a piece out of the bigger piece of cake. It's a piece.
I said sectioning it off piece by piece, like making 8 pieces and making me wait.
You keep saying piece. It's yes, you're agreeing with me. Piece by piece.
Did you miss the sectioning?
It's still a piece. What are you talking about?
When you section a cake off, you're limiting how much. I don't need to be limited. I'm going to take what I want and keep it pushing. So if I want the whole cake,
which is a piece.
But if I want the whole cake, I'm going to take the whole cake.
That's not what you said. You said I section it off piece by piece.
You cut 16 pieces.
Am I going death or he keeps saying piece by piece? Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? He's literally saying piece by piece.
Do you know how to cook? Man. Have you ever cooked and catered something?
I've cooked stuff.
So when you professionally cater something, you cut it into a certain amount of pieces, and you're told to give it to the guest one by one. So if a guest wants more, they have to finish what you gave them and then come back to get more.
So piece by piece.
Right.
That's not really.
If I want to eat half of it, then I'll eat half of it. Don't tell me, hey, eat this 16th and come back and see me again. No, I want the half. Give me the fucking half.
It's not really applicable, though, because like in this scenario that you're talking about, you have to have cake for everybody. Yeah. You don't run out of TV shows.
Right, but I'm
everybody's still watching.
When they put it out, be like, oh, we got 3 episodes out. Like, nah, just drop it. If I want to watch 2, then I'll watch 2. If I want to watch 8, then I'll watch 8. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna let you tell me, okay, you'll get one here, then you'll get another one, then you get another one. Nah, just give me what I need, and I'll handle it myself. I'm an adult.
Amazon Prime used to do that. They would drop the first 3.
And then one by one. And I used to
watch August 4th. Yeah. I'm giving you 1 piece of cake. You ain't getting no more. All you get.
And you know what's gonna happen on the 4th? I'm gonna at your ass, And then I'm going to
First off, you are not going to be able to suplex me. Ain't nobody can be able to suplex me. That's first off. Secondly, you get one piece of cake, and then you get
First
cut
of
off.
all, if I can yank a 350-pound refrigerator to the 5th floor stair by stair, I'm pretty sure
That's not dead weight.
It doesn't. What do you think it is? You think a refrigerator is just going to say, "Here, let me help you"?
No, but I can hold my weight down. I can push myself down.
That's got.
You think I'm gonna let you? You think I'm gonna let you just grab me and go yank? Come on. I know you're smarter than that.
I can pick up.
Hey man,
Ollie, I'm pretty sure you can't dead weight 600 pounds.
Yo man, Sacramento almost drafted Keegan Murray's twin.
I might go to the gym tonight and see if I can deadlift 600 pounds.
No, I mean you can't dead weight yourself to 600 pounds.
Doesn't need to do that. If he can just move and you won't be able to hold him.
That's assuming that he can get out of a hold.
Hey man, not really. Man, I mean, if you just move around, it makes it more difficult to lift something up. Like if that refrigerator that you're talking about started wiggling, I bet you would drop it.
No.
Where y'all sleeping, bro?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would.
This meetup's gonna be fun.
Wait. So am I hearing this right? That you 100% wrapped your arms around the refrigerator and then carried it up 5 flights of steps?
No, I pulled it up 5 flights of stairs, but the 650-pound refrigerator, I lifted it by the straps up to the next stair because the idiot who was on the top definitely could not lift it himself. So I would.
I thought you said you just like lifted it and was like, boom. I was like, God damn, like.
Yeah, you grab the dolly, you pick it up, and you walk. But it's a 600-pound fridge. Now, 350 and a 400-pound fridge, I could bump it up 5 flights on my.
That's you having leverage too, though. I think with your challenge, it's him giving you leverage.
You can't get leverage on a refrigerator that's taller than you. It just doesn't really work because the way the dolly set up,
something being taller than you is literally how you get leverage, though.
Yeah, the dolly is literally your arms are fully extended. The dolly is too.
Rodney, at this meetup, we need to have 2 refrigerators outside in the parking lot. And after I got a couple of Patron shots in me, we could be doing some racing.
Now, if you want to talk about like the 230, 300-pound refrigerators, yeah, I could pick that up and carry it down the street. That's fine. But a 350-pound refrigerator, it's just too big to do it without the dolly.
You know what buddy carries are?
If you're talking about when we used to just pick up the washer and carry it up 4 or 5 flights of stairs without the dolly, yeah.
No. But he carries. Ferris probably knows what it is. So in wrestling, you have to get someone your weight, put them on your back, and you got to carry them up the stadium stairs and back down.
Oh my god,
that's something I used to do.
I hate that.
Guess what weight I used to wrestle at in high school?
275.
275. That's what I wrestled. And I used to be able to do that easily. Now these knees probably can't do it anymore, but
I mean that's self weight, but I'm 230 pulling a 300-pound refrigerator, so it's buddy carries are probably slightly easier. And considering that you're skinnier than the refrigerator, I would have a lot more.
Absolutely none of this is applicable at all to you suplexing somebody. So I don't know what y'all are even talking about now.
Yeah, what are y'all talking about right now?
I don't know. He said he can grab me and try to ragdoll me, and I was like, no, you can't, but whatever.
If you're keeping food from me, yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way. I'm getting to the food. I don't know if you know what I do best, but
why does it always devolve into I'm gonna whip your ass conversation?
What they get back, Jay?
I'm gonna move you out of the way so I get to my food. I'm not about to be fighting with your ass all night, but you're gonna be out the way. The importance of getting to the food is all that matters. All that matters.
I don't think it's all that matters.
I think so. I forgot to highlight this. I thought I did already, but that's pretty much what everybody, or what Sugar was getting at.
Now we're all gonna be quiet or something. Ferris, why aren't you talking?
No, I'm checking. I'm checking flights.
Oh, if Ferris comes out, I would be so happy.
Ferris trying to get to the meetup. He said this is getting too interesting. They're gonna be bench pressing. They're gonna be bench pressing refrigerators and stuff. I gotta get there.
Videotape this.
Well, you're gonna be calling it.
Man, most of these flights, bro, it's like midnight or some shit. That's
Yeah, it's gonna
crazy.
be. Oh, for sure, Hendo. If Ferris showed up, he would make everybody's day.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see, man.
To see Ferris argue with people in person would be the best.
Man, the problem is, man, like when I get there, I got no place to sleep. So
if you need a place to sleep, I'm gonna get a room.
Wow.
But I'm scared.
What are you scared of? I'm not gonna touch you. You're not my type.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm scared you're gonna get me arrested.
What?
Get you arrested.
wait a minute. I'm not even being funny. What if he did hang out with me and we got arrested? I fucking told you. I told you.
I ain't trying to go to jail.
You would not
go to jail
forever. You're not sleeping that night. Ferris is talking cash shit until the day that he gets
you ain't gotta worry, Ferris. If you go to jail, you're Muslim. You be good. We're good. You're good.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. I just migrate with my people, which is a multi-ethnic, multi-racial group.
Damn, he just threw your ass under the bus, yo.
Yeah, damn right. I know how jail works.
He would be with the Muslims.
Yeah, jail works that way, man. Like,
because if you're Muslim, you could be white, black,
Hispanic, do whatever you want.
Yeah, if you claim Muslim, they it's all the colors.
Yeah,
I'm sending info in the jail that Ferris was eating pork. He get kicked out.
Yeah, I'll just repent my sins. Even though I haven't.
See, Ferris, Hendo would bail you out. He leave me in Baltimore jail, but he bail you out.
Y'all know you're not going to be in Baltimore, right?
Columbia.
Yeah, we're going to be in Columbia, stupid.
I don't know. I've never been there.
But I keep telling you this. Like, I know, and I get that, it's kind of a Raven show, blah, blah, blah. But it's in Columbia. It's a far cry from Baltimore. I mean, it's fairly close, but it's not anything.
But I want to go to Baltimore.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
I want to go. I want to go to Golden Dragon.
Hey man, if I come up, bro, I just want a chicken box. You know what I mean?
No, you want a full on tour of all the wire locations.
That's what you want.
I just want a chicken box.
Absolutely would.
That's that and a half and half. I just want a chicken box and a half and half. That's it, man.
That's it. Ferris would never go home. That's all. He'd eat too much and he'd be like, you know what? The hell with this shit. I'm staying here. And then winter would come, he'd get cold and he'd go home.
The meetup is gonna be fun.
The only reason Ferris is looking at plane tickets, right?
Basketball game is because I'm dunking on like 3 of y'all.
What's up?
I said, the only reason that you're looking at plane tickets, right, is because Bazel got close to you in them loyalty points. You're gonna go buy a ticket, extend your lead.
Man,
he ain't even denying it. Look at him.
Nah, I'm not denying
it.
Nah, I'm not gonna
now
deny
we
it.
know the reason.
That's always been the reason.
Now we know the reason. It's all about the point.
Fair's gonna spend $1,000 to get a scarf that says New York Giants on it.
Right. Damn right, man.
Oh man.
You know what, Ferris? Champions live forever.
You goddamn right.
But look, I'll buy 2 more tickets just to be fair, so don't even worry about it.
Hurtful.
See, that's petty right there.
No, we got
to auction them off.
Hey, long as Ferris gets on the flight, look, I'll buy Ferris. I'll buy Ferris to the thing just so I can get the points to get him there. See?
I can't believe the Lakers didn't trade nobody.
His girl.
I still don't know why this man didn't pop on the screen yet. I mean, you still got time. There's still some picks left in this round. So
I don't bring me. I bring people into this family that we have of YouTube.
Hey man, you gotta stop using that word family, man. I don't like half of these motherfuckers. Okay.
You don't like your real family either, Ferris.
Hey, whoa, whoa.
I'm sorry. Was I mistaken?
Who told you this?
You, out your mouth.
Oh man.
Every time you curse out your cousins or whoever.
You ain't gotta say it out loud.
You say it out loud. You say it louder than everybody.
You are the Samuel Jackson of that word, as far as we're concerned.
Hey man,
You gotta say it out
what
loud.
do y'all use for cross country flights?
You mean like what airline?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anybody but Spirit.
Anybody but Spirit. Got you.
And Spirit might be the cheapest.
They absolutely, yeah, they are.
Actually, Spirit lets you
that's
add
all-
on where you can get on the plane.
Oh
That's what I'm
damn!
probably gonna do,
Okay,
Spirit.
so Boston got
Yeah.
Marcus Sasser. Okay.
Spirit lets you fly the plane too, because they ain't got pilots. You know, they ain't got proper seating
Yeah, I'm
with
down.
restraints.
Is the Spirit the one that just lets you pick whatever seat you want when you get on the plane?
Southwest does that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Spirit does also.
Sorry, my job would be flying me
Wait,
this
for
way.
real?
That. I don't even know who the hell.
Southwest does that?
Southwest, you get a like a zone, boarding zone based on when you show up. And if you're like in the first zone, you go on the plane first. You sit wherever you want.
Where do I go? Where do I fly into?
BWI.
Well, Jay, you'll be streaming at that point, right?
What is it, Brady?
BWI, Baltimore Washington International.
Okay, I got it.
My homie uses Delta a lot when he goes to Chicago and New York.
He goes to Chicago and makes it out alive? Shit. Braver man than me.
I don't know what he be doing there.
Oh, that's not bad here. I'll be able to do this.
I'm trying to read this shit, but like I don't understand it.
What do you mean?
No, my bad. I forgot to click the details button.
Reg, how come you ain't got no loyalty points?
Huh?
That took him by surprise.
Huh? Where them loyalty points at, Reg?
What does this mean?
I've been in the stream and in the chat this whole time. I gotta have about 3 stacks by now.
Hold on, listen. I'm not at that stage yet.
You don't need to be at that stage.
I need to grow more.
Hey, go to 5 below
I need to grow a little more. Yeah, but see, I gotta grow a little more. I gotta get my production game up a little more before I can start saying, you know what I mean? Show up and I got you.
Ferris dropping 30.
I got more growth.
He don't even know what they are yet.
What happened?
Ferris gonna go on your channel real quick.
Listen,
Sorry,
I'm growing.
I don't be paying attention when Brandon talks. What do you say?
Ferris said, I said if he had a loyalty point program, you'd be donating to his channel and getting them points up. He's talking about his channel ain't big enough yet. He told himself.
It's all about grinding, Reg. You got this.
Right, motivation, Reg.
Listen, my channel's growing slowly but surely. I'll get to that point at some point, but I'm not there yet.
Red, you ain't gotta worry about no loyalty points. You don't worry about giving things back to the viewers until the viewers give to you.
I don't know if anybody could have said it better. That's perfect.
Sound like you got set up.
Perfect. That was absolutely perfect. That was absolutely perfect.
So you're only in it for what you get out of the fans. That's what you're telling me.
How can you give back if you haven't received anything? Much like y'all were talking about with the Washington Wizards, how can you rebuild when you were nothing before?
Because they just ain't shit as far as the organization. That's why.
But how can you give back if you haven't received?
Oh, look who it is!
What's up, Jay?
You supposed to be streaming on your channel for the second.
How you doing, Dre?
It's good. I will stream afterwards.
Mr. YG himself.
YG. Like, my boy.
400.
That's because low key Jay don't plan on staying up for the second round. Like me, I'm out. As soon as this round 1 is over, I'm out.
You out? I'll take over.
I'm telling you, big secret. When I pick 30 hit, I'm going to get food. And then I'll join your stream afterwards. But I need food.
Food is important.
What did you just say?
After that, man.
Food is important.
Oh, okay.
He gotta go get some food. I know what you thought he said because that's what I thought at first too. But
Jay was like, "What did I say?"
I am.
It feels great. Food pyramid.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, y'all got the rest of
So
this
who
stream.
picking now?
I'm about
I
to
got
head out.
Indiana picking
I
now.
gotta go finish reading.
Reading what? Oh, the book.
Oh, god damn, Jay. God damn. 8-2, Jay.
I mean, you talking about the book? Then yeah, I understand.
Yeah. I'm 2/3 of the way through according to my Kindle, and it once. And I'm gonna say how have you been reading it?
A little bit.
Okay. So once I got to about like 50%, like halfway through, it kicked up a notch.
Okay.
So
I don't think I'm
fully in.
though, but I think I'm somewhat getting there.
Yeah. But it's a quick read anyway. So I want to
finish
easy.
On my Audible, it says it's 8 hours.
Yeah, that's really fast.
Oh.
You got some books on there, it'd be 30 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus. Who the hell is Ben Shepherd?
That's a lot of listening.
Yo, man, no lie, bro. The NBA draft, man, it goes too slow, man, for 2 rounds, 30 picks.
I agree.
Some of these people they picked it just sound like they just threw out a
very
hey, we picking this game.
Bro, like this draft has literally been one word. It's all about unknowns, man. Everybody here, man, you don't know nothing. Either they're super athletic and they can't shoot, or I don't know, man.
Earlier this year, I think he had 41 against Tennessee Tech, if I remember right. He had 35.
My bad.
All right, I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
Where you going?
Reg, thank you for the invite. Appreciate it.
Right,
Where you going?
Before you go, you want to at least tell the people where they can find you?
I mean, I think everybody knows where to find me. All right, I'm worldwide at this point. No,
my bad, superstar.
No, you can find me on Lunch Break Hot Take. We do a live stream every Wednesday evening, 7:15 p.m. I follow that up with the Overtime Show. If you check out right below my name, that's Ring Kings Podcast. That's a boxing podcast that I do with my brother Jose and OTR Mike. We don't really have a set schedule for videos all over there. We kind of put them out as they come, but we stream after major events. We're about to put out the Edgar Berlanga watch list. He's got a fight this weekend, so definitely check that out. But I think that's about it. But again, thank you, Reg, for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but you with Hendo show though?
Huh?
Do you and Hendo?
I'm not doing no show with Hendo. Hendo's a lying ass liar. All right, and that's not a thing. What you say, Shu? But also you can find me on Monday.
Appreciate you coming by, man.
with Coach Evans doing the Ravens roundup as well, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, and the Ravens conspiracy with Suge.
No, he said that's over with because he's talking about the Ravens no more.
Damn.
Oh, Charlotte drafted Nick Smith Jr. Okay.
Yeah, he did kill that.
Ravens are done.
Nick Smith, yeah, okay.
I don't know. That's about it.
I think he did say it was going to be a Steelers Panthers stream, though. So.
Oh, man, Panthers got improved that we could win 9 games first.
I think he's going with the Steelers Panthers stream.
Okay, look at the Hornets finally picking decent people.
I appreciate Big again for stopping
in. Said with his new schedule, he's going to be able to make more lives and whatnot.
Who?
G-Weezy. He said that schedule.
Yeah, because he got a new job.
So that means they have to stream on Thursdays and whatnot.
He do a show with who?
He's talking about Rodney and Suge do a show.
Oh, yeah.
Rodney and Suge.
Right, Rod. Look, Suge got the black with the Panthers blue.
Actually,
in the
Jay, you can take that spot too if you want.
What you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there should be a random Jada Six show, because we need more content from you guys.
No.
I'll think about it.
We need to see you stream, sir.
I would.
You never stream.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, lately, okay,
No,
lately.
No, not you. Not you. I'm talking about Ghost. I'm talking about Ghost over there.
He does the few reviews. I mean,
Right. I do video.
I'm saying he put a video out, what, 3 days ago?
Right.
Yeah, but he needs to stream.
My video is a stream. People can watch it continuously.
Listen, nah, you need to be live, sir. Live.
Hey, look, man, one they ain't gonna cut it.
Hey, I'm about to head out after this first round. Cause after this,
I mean, I'll stream more
Yeah,
when you got.
that's what I'm doing. This round's been so long. I didn't even plan on it taking this long.
Yeah,
man, dude, the issue, man, the issue with these drafts, bro, it's about pacing, bro. You gotta pace this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this was the NFL, it'd have been done about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
For them to only have 30 picks per round.
The NFL's first round is what, 2 hours of
action? They have only 30.
That's why it's on a separate day. Then the second, third, then the rest on the last day.
Well, yeah, no, because the NBA draft's only 2 rounds, so they do it. They only get 1 day, like that's it. So the NFL, they kind of extend. They milk that. They milk day one because they're only doing 1 round, and they milk it, and they milk that. But
in 57 minutes, it's going to be Friday here. So they are. I mean, it's almost 2 days for 1 round.
No, but here's the thing. In the second round, they go faster. They go faster, and sometimes they don't even announce a pick. Like Nikola Jokic got drafted in. Nikola Jokic just got drafted in the famous Taco Bell commercial.
And how's we had selected Zubac a couple years back during the commercial.
So like it goes faster. So they both leagues milk the first round. Shit's annoying though.
They're saying milking the first. This is powder milking the first round.
It's powder milking.
It is what it is. Also, too, man. They've been doing this. The NBA commission needs to hurry up.
3.5 hours.
They're about to draft. Bryce Sensabaugh.
3 hours.
Bryce Sensabaugh right here.
They raising the cow, milking the cow, and taking all the lactose out. Like what's going on here?
Yeah.
Bryce Sensabaugh.
Okay, I like his game. Isn't he the youngest or one of the youngest in the draft?
Yeah, I think he's only I think he barely just turned 18.
Dang.
Even though he looks 32.
True. Well, his body type, is weird.
I just want to know if I send D Weezy like $400, how long is it going to take you to flip that to like 2,000 with your betting skills? I mean, I'm inquiring minds want to know.
Hey man, listen.
Hey yo, Jay, man, I did it, Jay.
What?
You know when you brought up that jersey, when you brought the jersey.
Oh yeah. I meant that. I was about to ask her what size does she wear? Does she out of respect? Does she wear women's or the?
Oh, you talk? Oh no, I was talking about something else, dog. Not a Delia jersey. I was talking about when you were give me that. When you gonna get the Hyatt?
Oh, well, clarify that because all these.
Bad, sorry. I think.
But yeah, his jersey gonna be.
No. So just get the regular jersey, just like the regular one. Depends. She's never bought an NBA jersey.
I'm nervous about.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Okay. So whatever size you get, I probably send it to me.
Yeah.
Wait, what player did you get so we don't get duplicate?
I haven't got it yet. They're still sold out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody want to be on the ball. Oh, he's been a Nuggets fan.
Mm-hmm. There was a couple of Dikembes, the old school Dikembe jerseys.
I was thinking about that. I'm thinking how long you been a fan?
Yeah, but she doesn't. She was like Dikembe. What? Huh? My bad. Hey.
If I get her a Melo jersey, would that be disrespectful?
I think people need. I think you don't give a Denver Nuggets fan a Melo jersey. You don't do that. Damn. It's still hard feelings. It's still a lot of hard feelings about that.
I bought a Melo in the Lakers jersey. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get a Melo on the team about to get. That's a legend right there.
D Weezy is monster at the, nobody knows sport better like D Weezy.
Nope. I keep on losing. I think I'm good at band. It's really one thing I need. One. I'm still pissed about that band out of buy one. I turn 100,000. Okay.
Not gonna lie, man. Them Nuggets jerseys back in the day with the rainbow and the skyline, those were nice.
I like those. Yeah, I like those.
Those are nice. That Milliman, like that, the new NBA jerseys, they kind of suck.
Yeah, like when it says like with the Mile High City and all that, I'm thinking like,
no. Like some of those statement ones are pretty good, but I'm talking like the minimalism. Like they kind of like scale it down, and it doesn't look a lot of fun. Like bro, like the Toronto Raptors had a jersey with a raptor on it, wearing a jersey.
Oh yeah, those going to.
Like you know what I mean? So like, yeah, you know what I mean? Back in the day, man, in the 90s, man, it was like, yo, let's do something big, man, let's do something crazy.
And colorful,
like, colorful. Now it's like, nowadays the jerseys are very like it's like modern architecture. You know, when you go to like a modern built house, it's like gray and white, and it's like a lot of blocks, and it's sleek, but it's too sleek. That's what the NBA jerseys are nowadays. They're too sleek. They're too minimalist. You know, like they're minimizing the action. You know, yeah.
That was jersey in '98 I think it was '98 for the 76ers. For some reason, that was like one of my favorite jerseys.
Is that the black one?
The black and red.
Is when they brought the black ones in. Oh yeah, when the black one showed up, it was something good. They had ESPN had an entire. They had this they had the show with Clinton Yates on their YouTube, where they literally all they talked about was jerseys. It was every episode was a different jersey. They had an entire episode on the Hornets jerseys, how they changed the game. Like the guy who made it was like, let's make it this color. People are like, that color's stupid. No one's gonna buy that color.
Shit.
Yo, I'm gonna let you finish, but I just got a response from my comment earlier on Mr. Galloway's video on his short. He dropped a bomb ass verse on a commercial, and that shit was so crazy. I watched it about probably 3 or 4 times, and it's on one of his shorts right now. Y'all need to watch that ASAP.
All right, so who Indiana? Indiana's trading this pick to Denver. Who's Denver choosing?
Well, I need to tell Mr. Gallo how much he charged for the intro and outro music.
Galloway got the fire. He got the fire.
Drop that short link in the
fire.
Oh, they drafted Julian. Okay.
I don't know why I thought Edelman popped into my head, but
yeah, man, I like him. I like the Mike Gonzaga. He was pretty good at Gonzaga.
Oh, he's from Gonzaga? Oh, yeah, he's straight. Yeah. He should be straight then,
yeah. Denver's been really good with their drafts of late, except Bull.
Bobo was. I mean, he took time to develop.
I just think he just didn't fit Mike Malone. I think Mike Malone thought he was a lazy ass, so they got rid of him.
Bobo is okay now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it. Well, some of us knew like Bobo was just it was gonna be all right. He's gonna take. We know.
We appreciate you too, Mr. Galloway.
Yeah, he had an injury coming in, so
appreciate you, Dre. Yeah, no, but also too, like same thing with Bones Highland. Like, what happened with Bones? Bones wasn't injured. What happened to him? Probably Bones Highland.
No, I'm saying he was hooping.
Yeah, I know, but something happened. Something happened. Weird. Just don't know what happened.
Now, Magic got a free cheat code next to the damn Nuggets.
Well, the Magic are gonna have. I don't know what the hell the Magic are doing. What the hell are they doing, man?
Building avatars on a team. They got Bobo, Ben Carroll. Like, well, if you're not 6'9", 6'10", or
we don't want you.
Exactly, we don't want you.
Like literally, man, they have too many. Like, bro, like they have too many guards, bro.
Like, listen, we did just go out and get a 6'7" point guard on top of it.
See,
Anthony Black 6'7", or that was
Amen.
I honestly think they're gonna let go of Fultz. I think they're gonna let go.
Well, yeah, they are.
I would too. Shit.
Not gonna lie to you, man. I'm a big ESPN. I think ESPN did good with this group on the draft with Malika and Andrea, Jay, and JJ. This has been a good group.
They got that draft. It's all yeah. Like Franz Wagner was 6'10". His brother that we drafted, but we traded
6'11".
Yeah, 6'11". Who else? Tall as hell on there.
Wendell Carter Jr. 6'11", 7 foot.
Oh, yeah, I thought he was 6'9". But never.
Nah, he's tall. Paulo Banchero 6'10". They're short.
Everybody.
Jonathan Isaac, when they drafted Jonathan Isaac, he was 6'9".
I forgot about Jonathan Isaac. Yeah,
yeah, it's because he hasn't played in 2.5 years, and the only time you hear about him is that he doesn't shut the hell up.
Yeah, he was 6'11" when we drafted him.
Yeah.
Actually, I was just coming out of
Florida State, man. Florida State produces a specific player, very tall, athletic as hell, and use their athleticism to play good defense, but they didn't have any other skill.
I'm gonna say Brian Burns.
No, he actually has skill. He could have probably be better playing basketball than the other these cats. Like, no offense to Scotty Barnes.
Oh man,
sure. He ain't got no skill. He can't shoot, can't dribble.
He can't.
He's got big old hands, and he has length. That's it. Dikembe Mutombo's nephew, same thing, bro. He was 6'10", long. I don't know what the hell he doing on the Clippers. Jonathan Isaac, really long, can sometimes shoot towards ACL. It's like this. It's the same player. It's literally the same player.
I'm saying,
all right, guys, I gotta go eat dinner. I'll talk to you later.
I'm saying before he tore ACL, he was playing good defense. Though. He was like one of the up and coming.
Yeah, it's literally, man. It's they have the same player.
Sure. Hey, should go about something. Tell anybody where to find him. He left already.
Harris, if you say long one more goddamn time.
Yeah, that's kind of, and D just kind of got it right. They do just. It seems like lately all Orlando does is dress by height.
That's true.
What happened? What'd you say?
They're short. Their shortest person is 6'3".
Dang. That's Cole Anthony, right?
No, that's Jalen Suggs.
Really? Cole Anthony taller than him?
Yeah.
And that's Markel.
I think they're the same height. I think they're the same height.
I say Cole Anthony look small when he was on
Jalen Suggs? I thought Suggs was 6'5".
No, Suggs ain't 6'5".
No, I thought Cole Anthony was short. Was the shortest one because you don't look. Especially when he did that dunk contest, that was it.
Yeah.
So Jalen Suggs is. Oh shit, he is 6'5". Why does he look 6'3"?
That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, he doesn't really have any like bulk or weight on him.
From a guy who's 5'7".
Damn.
Cole Anthony is 6'3".
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like he looks. I knew he
was
was small.
Really
that one he did that Tar Heels. I mean,
during the year it was like the high school dunk contest. I remember that.
I need Seth Trimble to hoop out the ball out there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Long Clippers. I ain't gonna do nothing with it.
Whatever
Last
you just
couple picks about the Rolex in the first round. What'd you say?
Oh, I thought I missed what you said, but I think your video is just off timing.
Both were saying something. I didn't pick them up.
Yeah, no, your video and your audio is not synced.
It is. I think the sync is on. Yeah.
Kobe Brown. That is definitely a mix of names that Lakers fans wouldn't appreciate that the Clippers just drafted.
Yeah, Kwame Brown.
Well, his name's Kobe Brown.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He made me think of Kwame.
Well, I was like, Kwame and Kobe? What?
Those two never liked each other. Six, 7, okay.
What the hell is this guy? Missouri?
I thought Missouri only produced football players. To be honest with you.
Okay, so it's round 2, so you gotta start your string, Jay. Since we've been here 3.5 hours.
All right.
Reg just left.
Reg just
left. And the first round just ended, and that's when I got.
I gotta
go.
Word.
Peace, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. Stay safe, everybody.
All right, man.
Catch y'all later.
Oh, look, I'll see you on yours.
All right.
I might just have the camera off while I'm driving the Taco Bell right fast.
That's fine.
All right.
All right.
Well, as you can see, there's been a few technical difficulties tonight, but that's in part because I have not been prepared tonight. It's been a wild day. I haven't been able to charge my stuff, get everything ready. But in light of that, had a great time tonight. Thank all the fellas who came through. I appreciate every one of y'all, and I will be sure to have every last one of them on here again. Y'all, I hope y'all have fun with us. I definitely had a good time. Y'all have enjoy the rest of your nights. Stay blessed. Peace.